Welcome to Death2Divinity. Oh my gosh. A million years have passed, and yet we find each other here in this Chili's, in this combination Chili's Pizza Hut. You didn't think they were real. They are. Here we are. Welcome. Oh my gosh, we've missed you all so much. It's so good to see everybody who's in here. Thank you for that hype train. Welcome if you are new here. This is Death2Divinity, the first all-fat, all-queer D&D live play. We play 5th edition. Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, we play 3.5? That joke's for me mostly. Hi, everyone. I've missed you all so much. Oh my gosh, kicking off the vibes. Thanks for $50 contribution to Chaos Bar. Remember, remember we got a Chaos Bar going, $250, and we fuck up our campaign for you. And by that I mean I do it. So that should be a great time. We're going to find out what happened to Gideon tonight. We're going to figure out what happens now that the Frost Maiden is dead. We're going to see who you attribute that victory to. But I don't want to say too much because that's actually going to help my players give their recap. And I don't like helping my players do that. I like making them figure that out. Your own mortal foe recaps. Are you ready to face this foe?
I don't have to, right?
No, I won't make you do it. Normally I would, because I think it's normally not you when that person has the notes. But I think if this is favoritism, find me in court. No, you don't have to do it. All right, so that means everybody else has to. And the last vote was a vote to split the dice pool. And so I don't know if I want to do that like that. So what I'm going to ask is for everyone to roll a D20 in Multiverse. We're doing a cultural reset, if you will. We are just rolling to see who will go first. All right, so Ula, you're going to get to pick who goes first.
Oh, ooh. All right, Kita, you go first.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
You got this.
All right, Time Daddy, are you willing to Time Daddy for us once again? I know it's been so long. Do you still know how to Time Daddy?
I do, I'm ready.
Thank God. All right, Kita, you are taking us away. Show us how you do.
Not well.
Let's go. When you're ready.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's 15 seconds, right? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 seconds. Do your best.
3,
You got this,
2,
gamers.
1, go.
So I'm just gonna kind of let time do its thing, but I know that we beat the Frost Maiden, and then Brian got held up, and we tried to fight to save their life, and then a mooster happened in 3, 2, 1, boom, 15 seconds. Listen, I set the stage for y'all to do great. You're
Perfect.
welcome.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for setting a baseline, no matter how low it may be.
Exactly.
Who would you like to go next?
Fuck it, I'll do a recap. I wasn't even here. I'll try and do a recap. I know a few things that happened.
Let's fucking see it. Let's go.
I'll try daddy myself. 3, 2, 1, go. Gideon went to Wendy's. I think they beat the Frost Maiden. Apparently she turned into a fox. Sexy? I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know what kind of fox it was. Apparently there was like a blood cage and it got crushed. That's sick. There were some cultists. Someone still Hierophant Bond, and there's like a cow here now. Okay. Who wants to go next? Sam? Right. Are you ready? I think that was what happened. I hope that was.
The part about Gideon going to Wendy's answers a lot of my questions, so thank you for that information.
That's just my best guess.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
We defeated the Frost Maiden. Woohoo! Gideon disappeared. That's terrifying. Brian got kind of kidnapped by potentially an assassin from a cult. Cult worships Magistray, which is Ula's god. And now everything is gonna get weird, probably. Who are you picking to go next?
Ready?
We were doing this on a volunteer basis. I choose Lyrica.
Okay.
Okay.
Are
Wait,
you ready?
Nico, were you pointing at yourself? Imagine being
I
able to
was.
see anything.
It was like, please,
Okay,
me. Oh,
Nico, you can
sorry.
go. That's fine. Nico, go.
Okay, I'll go next. Sorry, Lurk, you can go last.
Ooh.
Is that okay?
I do not mind at all. Who's going?
Rock, paper, scissors. I'm just joking. No, I'll go. No, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. Listen, we're in a very chaotic space. Anyway,
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I am
You
ready.
ready? Okay.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
We fought the Frost Maiden, and Sam told Cam to get good, and Cam blessed us with a magistrate cult. Cool, great. Valpine and Ysira caged the Ice Fox from the 3rd stage. Brian got fisted later on, and we got the Kachow Mooster. And then yeah,
Nice.
that's what happened.
Nice.
That that's what happened.
Okay, Lyrica, are you ready to follow up the fisting?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we defeated the Frost Maiden. Gideon went poof. Where's Gideon? Frost Maiden turned into this fox thing that was captured by Yvonne. Sorry, not Yvonne. Oh my god, I'm running out of time. Well, Piney, and we met a cult, and they went after Brian, and we.
I don't know how to stop these normally, so I just kind of scream. I'm so sorry.
That's
Step
fine.
out.
I think we all did really well.
The screen cues me actually. Yeah.
Screaming is
Okay, I
great.
hope it's helpful. I'll stop if it's good.
When Mantha was time daddying, they were just went like, stop. It was not as good as what you did. And I missed you so bad. I missed
happy
you
to be
so
back.
much.
We all know that I'm not as good of a time daddy as Molly, and that's okay.
No one can be as good as a daddy as Melody.
It takes practice and time.
Absolutely.
Fatherhood's a big responsibility.
It is. It really is. All right. I'd like to highlight maybe some things that got brushed over real quick. So I think important things to highlight was that Valpine did the final murdering of this Frost Maiden, helped in part in ritual by Ysira. This, of course, then led to Zyvi pleading to be let free, which Current eventually did under the condition that Zyvi momentarily give one of the cultists that you encountered a vision of their worst nightmares. So Zyvi did exactly that, got free, and after they transformed back into themselves, which was a lovely cowpoke sort of look, spurs, boots, hat, everything, a portal opened up through which you were able to see none other than Discord and watch Zyvi disappear right through that portal, leaving behind nothing but a cow, a tiny little cow, as a token of thanks. So that is the big thing we've missed. Ooh, I'm excited to see what happened in this inspo poll. I'm excited to see who's going to take it away for the Gideon with 59% of the vote. Welcome
Let's
back.
go.
And while I'm talking about inspiration, remember that everybody still has their inspiration pools open. I'm going to ping that in chat for everybody. Remember, you have one inspiration dice in the group pool that can be stolen by anyone at any point, and then there's no more dice in the group pool. You have Kita, you have 4 inspiration dice. Nico, you have 3. Sam, you have 2 inspiration dice. Lyrica, you have 4 inspiration dice, and Molly, you used to have 6, but with that, you now have 7.
Thank you.
Make them last, friends. So yeah, a good time for all. Any questions, concerns, pleas for mercy, anything that I can do for you before we head back in? Hi.
It's so exciting to see everybody. I've missed y'all terribly. Just in case you forgot, this season of Death2Divinity is sponsored by the incredible people over at Die Hard Dice. So we will be doing a $50 gift card giveaway during our break tonight. As usual, you can use that to get dice trays, accessories, anything you want from over there. They make some really, really cool stuff, and we love them. And then on top of that, if you win the gift card or not, you can use the code Death2Divinity at checkout and actually get 10% off your order, which is pretty cool. As a reminder, if you are purchasing metal or crystal dice, please also get a dice tray to protect both your dice and the table or whatever surface you are rolling on. And as Katie May will tell you, also your feet, because if you drop them on your toes, it will hurt. And that's me. I'm getting off my soapbox now. Thank y'all for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I have one more thing.
What's your one more thing?
I love you. Say it back.
You have to say I love you to me first.
I said I love you. Say it back.
Only you. I want to hear from everybody else. Oh my god.
I love you. Say it back.
Say it
I
back.
love you.
I love you all.
Say it back.
I love you and I miss you guys so much. I'm so excited to hop back in. I love you too, chat. Let's freaking go. All right. Well, tiny boys, it's time to go back. It's time to head back to Akramon, the legendary earth that was shattered when the wilds, the Feywild, was let free into Akramon, done by none other than Doxon's arch nemesis Anpara. Yes, the Feywild broke out and became the wilds and devoured nearly all of Akramon, leaving you, weary travelers, the remnants of civilization, deciding whether or not to piece it back together, in case you forgot. Yes, you've been many places. Of course, the one you most left behind was Kurthis, but you just got a little glimpse of her, just through the glance of a portal. We start our session for just a brief moment in this now slowly melting ice cavern. Current, you were just standing in front of this portal, making the bravest eye contact you can muster before. I believe you turned around. Did you turned your back on her, did you not?
Did I have words? I think I had words.
You had some word. You did have some word. Absolutely some word. But I can't remember if you turned around at the end.
I think I did. I think I did.
I believe you did. And I think that means I want to ask Ula, you're kind of occupied, Brian, but Ula and Winona, well, this sort of confrontation is happening not only between this assassin standing in front of Brian and also the portal that is opened very questioningly. What are your attentions sort of on in this moment?
I can see the cult from here. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Oh, did that person walk away?
Yeah. To give you a brief, Brian has just managed to wriggle free because of the nightmare and has ran over to tend after who Maru is holding, and that is a passed out Ystira. So Brian has immediately just sort of eschewed that scenario and leapt into another one, leaving you to realize that you're one of the people who is standing closest to the confrontation between this assassin and Current. Winona, where are you? Oh, you're over here by Valpione. Have you moved at all?
Honestly, I think I would probably have let me walk. I probably would have come over to Brian to make sure that they were okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So yeah, there's a group over there sort of tending to things, and we got Ula. You're kind of torn in between these two groups right now. What are you putting your attentions on?
Oh God. Okay, I think what Ula would do is to like turn around and find Winona and make sure that she's okay.
Okay, so everyone has turned away from Current's emergent situation, And I think that's cool. I think that's a sign of friendship, is what I think that is. Can I just get like a little dexterity saving throw from you, Current?
Yeah. It's a dex.
Yep, dexterity saving throw. A 9.
9.
You turn away from this portal. You're about to turn your attention back to the group of assassins who seem to be accumulating here in this cultist assassins, who knows. And you step down, and you were kind of getting used to like realizing that this ice is like melting and then slowly becoming more and more slippery. But you put your left foot down, and it just slips right out from under you, almost like you've stepped on a banana peel, and you just go flat out. It's one of those like quick, like punk, just falls on the ground. If you catch yourself on your arms, you have like gashes in your like palms of your hands from catching yourself on this already ragged ice. And you slide a little bit, and you turn back to like look at what the fuck just happened to you. And you see something. There was something on the floor where the portal had sort of disappeared from, that you had just stepped on.
Is it like a substance that
It looks like it seems like a piece of it feels like a piece of something.
Okay. I'm gonna, like try to brush this off a little bit. This hurts.
Right.
And I think it kind of maybe like caught my breath a little bit. Like if you ever slammed your tailbone really hard on something, your breath is gone for a second.
Absolutely.
And then can I reach back and try to pick this thing?
You reach back and you like put your hand on it and you bring it up. This rectangle shaped object. You immediately palm a card.
Yeah,
And you
put that in my bag.
come to look at this gilded rectangle emanating this vibrant aura, this arcanic deck card that you are confronting for the first time. There, in front of you, a familiar but not too familiar card. Of course, you've seen it replicated hundreds and hundreds of times just in random arcanic decks, right? That you can just buy at a corner shop in Kurthis, right? You play them to play games, you use them to tell your fortune, but this is the true card with a little note just stuck to the top of it. Yes. You are holding Monarch's card. And in Yvonne's unmistakable handwriting that you saw hundreds of times in your youth, the phrase, "For toppling tyrants," with a heart.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna immediately pick up this card and pocket it. And then do any of the assassins see this happening or recognize what I have in my hand?
Let me roll a perception check at disadvantage for this person who's been given a nightmare. Let me just see where they're at metaphysically. Let me just roll 1d20, it's an 11, and then natural 20, but it's at disadvantage. You lucky little duck. Yeah, they're coming out of the fervor a little too they're a little heavy for them to notice what's there.
Okay, yeah, then I think I'm gonna shove it in my bag as fast as I can, so they're not seeing like this imminent glowing rectangle of a card, and try to like pull myself together and stand up.
Yeah, you do exactly that.
The note has Yvonne's has a heart. There's a heart there
for toppling tyrants.
I'm gonna fucking rip it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just in your hands, you take it and you shred it to pieces and let it fall to the melting floor below you. By the way, you're kind of like looking down at the melting floor and you're realizing, oh, it might be bad to be standing here and unable to breathe underwater soon. Meanwhile, we cut now to a far distant place. Gideon Osmond.
Hey.
The last thing you remember, this cat is gonna kill me. This is the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life, Kita. Okay. Gideon Osmond, the last thing you remember seeing is this ice javelin hurled directly at you by the reincarnated form of the Frost Maiden. And this golden aura of Morrow stepping in front of it. And as Morrow stepped in front of it, you felt this explosion of light and like you were flying and falling at the same time. This catapulting further as you take a moment and then land with a thud in a somewhat uncomfortable bed. Funk. Your whole body weight, you feel the bed move a few inches as you land on it.
Do I recognize the bed or the place I am in at all?
Yeah, you take a second to like take a minute and look up and around.
What the fuck?
You are in a room you do not recognize, but Morrow's knapsack that is currently sitting on the tiny desk that is sitting next to this bed does look incredibly familiar.
Am I in the barracks? Am I in the fucking barracks?
Yeah, you take a second and you look at like the meticulous fold on this bed sheet and how this room is like just shaped like small enough to hold Morrow, and I think you hear the sounds of like synchronized running from outside. And you put it together pretty quick that, oh, you're in the barracks, you think. You were in where Morrow was set to stay.
Oh, very sexy, not helpful. Oh my god, I have to get back. Wow, this is a nice room. I think Gideon, like, kind of, when you're like in the person you're like seeing's room for the first time, you kind of like to see how they like decorate, so they look around for a little bit and they're like, okay.
Yeah, you can tell that like Morrow has not gotten any time in here to unpack it all yet. But you see that there's like a new set of like Aasimar, like Legion Corps armor for them, like folded neatly on the end of the bed that you've now like completely fucked up the folding of, right?
Oh,
and like rolled up parchment on the table designating their new assignment to Monarch's personal guard. Just a bunch of different stuff like that.
Okay. I rip off a piece of the parchment and kiss it so my lipstick is on it and stick it under Morrow's pillow real quick.
Of course,
and
yes.
then
You
I'm
were
gonna
you forgot how to role play. you're back in. Let's go.
And then I'm gonna I'm going to try and get back to my friends as quickly as possible because I left them not in a good place. So I'm gonna open the door and see what is out there. Do I have to like sneak out or can I just bounce? What situation am I in?
Yeah. You like put your hand on the door and you twist the knob and you throw it open. You go to step out and someone is standing like with their like. As you realize, Ophiolise is standing there, arm raised, about to knock on the door.
This is not what it looks like, and for once in my life, I do mean that. Can you get? I got teleport. It's nice to see you. I put my hand on hers, and she does it. Oh,
I had gone tomorrow to see if they knew where you were.
oh. Well, here I am. How can I help you? Quickly.
I have
Is that
something
okay?
of complete urgency to address with you.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, urgency levels.
1 being most urgent or least urgent?
Least urgent. 10 being like the most.
Where do you rank prophecies?
That's gonna be a 10. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have more pressing matters to attend to?
I mean this in the least rude way possible, kind of. We were fighting a thing and I got teleported here mid-fight, and it's like, we'll do this first, very quickly, and then I'll go see if everyone's okay.
Would you like me to connect with Theobald and see how they are doing?
Yeah, yes, please. That's convenient. Invasive, but convenient. Oh, okay.
The Legion Corps is meant to share in all things. One moment. I think we like cut back, like smash cut back to just like a brief moment of Winona, you looking over at Theo as Theo goes, yeah, no, everything, no, we're fine. It's fine. No, she's not dead. I handled it. It's fine. And then we cut back to Ophiolise being like, it seems that everything is fine.
Okay. And we'll hear if it's not, because you guys can just like get in each other's skulls. Okay. Well, then I don't have to worry. Sorry if I was being rude. I just, you don't want to
I do not
leave
feel
your
you
friends
having rude.
hanging. That is a massive relief and something I don't hear often. Okay.
Are you often
Oh,
rude?
great. I don't try to be. I just think people are kind of assholes sometimes, and it's like, well, why wouldn't I be rude to you?
Why do you feel people are assholes?
On Kurthus, a lot of people are assholes, so it's like, we'll find them. If you're gonna be an asshole, I'll be an asshole. But you're not an asshole, so I try and be nice.
Usually I find that people who are being assholes are desperately trying to express any emotion but that, and instead only find safety in that.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but that's a them problem,
No, but it's society's problem.
Sure. Let's get the prophecy.
And Ophiolise begins to lead you down this hallway and says, now, as you are familiar with, I've recently been named the new Oracle of the Legion Corps.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. It means I have access every prophecy that an oracle prior to me has foretold.
How do you feel about that? Is that a lot of pressure for you, or are you enjoying this so far? Because it's kind of stressful.
Now, upon looking at my prophecies, I believe I have found one that has come up before. I may have overheard it on the ship or perhaps in the mountain range. I do not recall in quite correctness, but I do recall the name Kinkiller being spoken.
Yes, I have heard about that recently. A little bit.
I have located this prophecy.
Can you tell me about it? Is that allowed?
Follow me. You were already following her, and she just says it, and you're like, oh, okay.
It's like terrified.
And she leads you back to that room you decided not to sneak into. Look at you go.
I'm being a good egg. I'm being rewarded.
Yeah, the greatest of eggs. You walk right up. There are it is this like very like hall of just orbs settled on these pedestals, just bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves lined as high as the ceiling will go. Almost like the bookshelves are made out of the rock that is built into this place, right? No danger of the bookshelves toppling, if you will. And all of these bookshelves lead to this, are sort of angled at a slight tilt in this circle that all center around this floor embedded circle of runes that all filter up to this single pedestal in the center. And there's already an orb waiting there. And Ophialise walks you up into this room, into right before you step past this rune, into the runic circle. And she turns to you and says, once we step in, the prophecy will begin to reveal itself. Are you comfortable with this?
I think Gideon is thinking of the vision they had just before they got taken away of Nakia, about to try and fight them. And just kind of nods and goes, I have to be.
Yes. We all have to rise to our responsibilities. Do you not feel this?
That's the only thing I do feel.
I'm so glad you understand. And then she steps through the circle with you. And this orb immediately begins to, you notice the second you step into the circle, the line of the circle behind you takes up this golden light and begins to fill in all of the runes in the first ring and then the second ring. And it starts glowing as it gets closer and closer to the center of this pedestal. And the pedestal takes up the light and brings it up into this orb and then shines out like one of those starlight projectors. And the words begin to form themselves in the celestial alphabet. Do you know this? Do you know the celestial alphabet, Gideon?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Let me check my languages.
Please.
I don't know where they are on the multiverse. Let's see here. God forgive me.
God will forgive you, I promise.
Languages. Celestial, Common, and Infernal. So yes, I do know
Perfect.
it.
So you can read it as well as see it, which is great. I will post this in chat afterwards. But the words slowly begin to reveal themselves. And they are as follows. Oh, that moment. I'm so... So, the words speak forth. Blessed be the blade, wielded by heart-bound kin against unbounded kin. With blade born of heartstone, forged from within. Once coal, sharpened to burst, under summer unsung. By persecution at the first kin's betrayal undone. The triumphant diamond rule begun. now glimmer hilt plunged through chest deep, cements power in the coming of the eon where skies will weep. Divine right brought by mortal unwieldy, mortal ambition, mortal unyielding. Blood dripping from the kin killer, both blade and they be. Only broken kin can grant old gods their eternities.
These are never simple, are they? But I do think I get
This man
this
is just
gem.
speaking it. Sorry, I have him set up to speak it. Whoops.
Oh. It sounds like one kin kills the other for an old god? What do you think, Ophelis? Do you know more of what exactly this is saying, or? I'm sorry, I'm not smart. I'm not good at knowing what these mean the first time I read them.
It is a fair wonder to have, I believe. I believe that the kin killer prophecy is a reflection to keep mortal kind exactly as they are. Mortal. Does this make sense?
Sort of. Glimmer hilt plunged through chest deep cements power in the coming of the eon where skies will weep. Divine right brought by mortal unwieldy, mortal ambition, mortal unyielding. That part.
That part reminds me a lot of you and your friends.
It does. It's just the kin in question in this one is alarming to me because Do all prophecies come true, or can you stop them?
You may eschew many a prophecy. In fact, prophecies compete. They show you the forks of fate and which ones to chase with abandon.
Okay. I feel like this is one I want to stop because it involves stabbing someone in the heart, but also undoing betrayal. I don't.
Yes, it seems that once you have used the blade, the king killer, both you and the blade become the king killer itself. Do you know where this blade is?
I think so. I believe I heard it was with or Brian had like interacted with it, but I don't know if I know who it's with now. Yeah.
That sounds right.
So Gideon kind of shakes her head and goes, I have someone who might know more.
Bestie, I think I told you that it was taken from us.
Okay, but did you say who took it from you?
I think I don't remember if I told you that it was Meliapira or not.
Okay. We'll say for now I don't know.
I don't know if Brian realized that it was. No, she knew that it was Meliapira. So I don't know. I don't remember if she told you. Who has it?
We'll say for now I know who I can ask.
Has forgotten or you did not do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Gideon shakes her head and they go, no, but I know someone who might know. Mentioned it recently.
That is great. I think that in this era of the Oracle, I will seek to inform those I can about prophecies relating to them. This has not been the stance of oracles in the past, but I believe that this could carve a positive future.
No, I agree. Thank you for telling me about this. I have so many people keeping things from me when they know things about my life, so it's refreshing to not experience that, especially with something so intimate, I guess. So thank you. I think you're doing the right thing, even if it might be kind of hard to tell people this prophecies about themselves.
Of course. Well, I'm glad I could be helpful to you on your journey, instead of what is otherwise regarded as just a stuffed up nuisance.
You're not a stuffed up nuisance. Do you feel that way around us?
Anyways, I was
very
glad-
earnestly. Oh, we like you, Ophelis. We think you're cool. Okay? You're not a nuisance, so don't talk about yourself like that. That's my prophecy for you.
And I'm glad to hear it, and I am deeply sorry that I cannot join you on your adventures. This adventure has found me here.
Well, I'm sad you can't come with us either, but I think you're doing good work here, so it's not for nothing.
Well, I trust that you will perform wonderful work wherever you are.
I'll certainly try. Gideon gives like a smile that looks just sort of like a pained grimace as they're like, all right, okay, I have to think about this now. Oh, yeah, and then I guess I leave?
Yeah, where do you go?
Probably to go find my friends, because I would still like to like be there.
Are you gonna like hang out in the? Are you gonna try to get to the water cavern? Or are you gonna like child lost at a convenience store and just like stay exactly where you are? Are you going to return home?
I think I'm gonna try and like get to the cavern, if I can.
Okay.
Because like if I can like meet them on the way back, I think that's what I'd like to do, just so that they know that I'm okay as well.
Yeah. How are you gonna get back there?
Do I remember the way? I don't know.
You know it's in the elemental water plane.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and get there the same way we got there before. I'll go as far as I can.
Yeah. So you're walking?
Are there any better options?
That's what I'm asking you. You know that you got there by having Theo conjure some sort of flying unicorn Pegasus, which may not be available to you now. You think if you were to maybe walk by streets, this may be hard, as you have never walked them. You could ask someone.
Yeah, I think I'll find some that looks like they know what they're doing and approach them.
Do you approach like a member of the Legion Corps? Do you approach just a random passerby? Who are you trying to get your sights on?
A Legion Corps member, I believe, if I can.
Okay, yeah. Eventually, you leave the prophecy room and you're kind of looking around and you see this absolutely stunning blonde woman with just like the most glorious golden locks you've seen, how it just hit like below, like go far below her waist, just walking around with like this stack of like books about war in her arms. And you're like, she sounds, look at how knowledgeable she is. But and knowledgeable and hot. She's taller than you. You go to stop her.
Pardon me. I am friends with Current, who I don't know if everyone's aware of.
Yes, I am aware of Young Monarch, of course.
I was hoping to reach them. They're currently nearby the elemental water plane. I was wondering if you knew of a way I could get there quickly, perhaps conjuring a Pegasus of some sort, if that happens to be a thing you know how to do. I'm just new here and hoping to get there quickly if possible.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry that you have just been left here in this hallway to fend for yourself. Hold on one moment. And she kind of like finagles the books so that they're like kind of sitting, resting against her, so that she has the one hand that she pulls. And she pulls this like quill looking thing from behind her ear and then goes like this and draws this box in the air that then illuminates and becomes a portal. And you are like looking at it, and you see that it's this box, and it just looks like a locker that she's opened up. You can see that she has like a bottle of wine in there, like stacks of books, like quills, pens, inks. You see a like mace off to the side, just kind of like tucked in there, just like by the wine bottles, like riskily close to the wine bottles. And she kind of just shoulders the book stack and just slides it, and she realizes it's not going to fit, and then she just kind of like. What were you saying that you need?
Well, first off, that was incredible, and second off, I was hoping to get to the elemental water plane. Also, I'm Gideon, by the way. What's your name?
Gideon. Oh my gosh, it is so lovely to meet you. My name, it's an old name, truly. It would actually be my name. Be Lildreer.
Lildreer?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So Gideon, lovely to meet you. I'm Lildreer. I am more than happy to take you anywhere where you need to go. I actually don't get to interact with people who aren't from the Legion Corps very often, and this is so exciting. We're going on an adventure. Where am I taking you?
The elemental plane of water, which is currently frozen over.
We will head there post haste.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Would you like to hold arms while we go?
Of course. I immediately take her elbow.
She links your
It's
elbow
so
in hers.
adorable.
And she like sidles and steps with you, and you're like walking down this hallway now. She says, "Yes, I will just summon one of the alicorns to take us exactly to where you need to go." I ask you, Gideon, are you from the surface?
Yes, I'm from Kurthus, technically, and then spent a little time in Terrapine.
Kurthus. Wow. Is it true that in Kurthus you have fantastic balls in a castle every weekend?
Well, yeah, we do have a castle. It is pretty beautiful. Although it wasn't the best neighborhood, I'd say that would probably be the Weeds. That place has, really nice coffee shops, sky above you. It's really beautiful.
I do wish to see the sky.
Well, if the borders ever open up and Kurthus is a safe place to be, I'd recommend a visit. It's not all bad. So, and House of Huntress, definitely stop by there. There is underground shark fighting. It's a little tip from me to you.
Underground?
Yeah, like secret. So people don't get in trouble. It's really,
Is underground a word for secret above ground?
Sort of. Not always, but sometimes it means that. In this case, it just kind of depends on the situation.
Do you believe the core to be full of secrets?
Oh, no. Of course not. I mean, there's secrets everywhere.
This is my alicorn. Her name is Peggy. Say hello to her. She's rainbow hair.
Hello, Peggy. Oh.
I don't think we need the cart. You can just... Do you want to ride in front and I'll just ride in back and we can just go?
Okay. Just the most emotional whiplash. I climb onto the alicorn with this babe and go to find my friends. I once summoned a unicorn like on accident. It's pretty cool. So, but not as cool as your real horse.
You can summon. Oh, well, these are only spectral imitations. It is something we learned to do when we're very young. You're telling me that you've summoned an actual unicorn?
It was also kind of fake, but it was very cool and at a party I wasn't invited to. So, it was fun.
That sounds pretty cool.
Well, if you ever go to Terrapine, go to a batch bash, maybe you'll see something like that there. They got ghosts in the rafters playing music.
Will you tell more stories to me while we ride on the way?
Of course, I could talk forever, frankly, so yes, I can just keep talking.
Okay. And, tell me what the stories you tell Lil Dreer as you go.
I think Gideon tells them about the rain, the rain that got them drunk, almost as like a warning. Like, so if you go to Terrapine, don't just drink the rain, get it in a bucket so you don't end up like me. And then they tell them about the Feltipede story, I think. Like, yes, I got turned into a bug. It was wild, but I'm back now.
Wow. She's like directly behind you. You were just like, her arms are like around you, holding onto the reins of Peggy. You're just like immediately in a romance novel and no idea what to do with yourself.
This is so wild, but I'm not upset about it.
No, of course not.
No. Let's see. Divorce cake. I'll mention that one too. Also, Panningtons.
Exactly, perfect. Okay, so yeah, as you're telling all these stories, you're getting closer. How are you? When you're getting closer, and Lil Dreer says, "Now, where in the elemental plane of water did you find yourself?"
An ice cavern. Although, I would not want to take you there. I believe there was a monster there, so I was hoping to part ways before then, so you're all good and don't have to cope with any monsters.
I'm not afraid of a monster.
Oh, of course not. It's just, you didn't sign up to fight a monster today, and I've already taken you so far out of your way, I'd feel kind of bad. We did specifically have to find someone to lead us there. I was just hoping to kind of get there on panicked vibes alone, hoping that I would know the way from the first time we went.
Why use panicked vibes when you can use the assuredness of a good ally? I'm more than happy to help you.
Thank you so much, Lildred. You are so nice. I really appreciate it.
I'm using you to get out of book cleaning duty. But, what's the difference?
Well, I am happy to get you out of that, because that sounds boring. Sometimes, at least.
So, do you know there's a lot of water that's been turned to ice in the elemental plane of water. So when you tell me ice cavern, it's a bit like saying it's on a street. That's most things around here. Do you know the name at all of this cavern you're trying to get to?
It had the Frost Maiden in it. I don't know if that's helpful.
The monster?
Yes.
Oh. That doesn't help, but it's certainly important to know.
Yes. Wow, I'm just sort of saying everything. It had like prophetic mists inside of the cave.
The Mesmer mists. We can get you to Mesmerfall, of course.
Oh, great. Oh, you know a lot about me already. As I just continue writing.
I'm sorry, am I not... Is there something you'd like to know about me to make it feel more even?
Sure. Why don't you tell me some cool stories of living in the core? I saw a house made of air. That was beautiful. Or any fun, harmless secrets you're comfortable sharing with a stranger. I'd rather not push you. You're already doing me a lot of favors.
Oh, sorry. I just watched the catch up on the Kita's desk and almost lost my mind. Okay. She says, yes, I can, yes, something interesting about me. I speak 18 languages. I am trained in most aspects of melee fighting. I got put on book cleaning duty because Monarch got word that I didn't agree with the assignment of Theo to your guard, actually.
Is Theo
Bad at his job? Yeah.
Oh, tell me more. Gideon just openly thrilled to hear gossip. We haven't seen a lot. We went out with him once, but is he just bad at his job? Just like a bad coworker, or?
Yeah, it's sort of the way that it's like valuing fun over responsibility is fun until you're about 27, and then it just starts hurting the people who are close to you.
Oh.
But in like a professional regard too, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
you gotta grow up
here it is.
sometime. Oh my god. Just roast him alive.
Okay. So yeah, you get close, and I think like you get close to the mesmermists, and we now cut back to the group who has turned their backs on Current. I don't know what else to call you right now. With your backs turned to Current, the three of you are off in this corner, sort of attending to your own duties. I'd like to start with Ula. You turn around to regard Winona immediately after the battle, choosing to turn your back on this fellow worshipper of Magistray for at least the moment. Tell me what you're up to.
Oh God, did you hear that?
I did, yes.
I'm so sorry, that was me.
Heralding of your presence.
Alrighty. Oh God, what the? I am so sorry.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Whew. All right. Oh, I wanted to see if Winona's all right. So I'm like, Winona, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Shook,
Okay.
but good.
Sure. Why?
Because we just fucking... and what?
Oh yeah, the thing. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Just
Lilith
this.
starts to laugh.
Glad you find it's funny. I'm gonna start to, I feel bad, so I'm gonna start to look around, and I notice Carter. Because I totally disregarded that earlier, and I have felt guilty ever since. So I'm gonna rectify that right now. But Carter doesn't look too good. Ooh, okay, listen, I'm gonna go check on Current. I don't know how you're gonna figure out the rest of the stuff that's happening, but I'm gonna go see if Current's okay.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Hi, Current.
Hey, Winona.
You need help?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start to pick Current up because I can see that they got pretty done in by some of the eyes.
You know, I don't mean to alarm anybody, but I think maybe the reason why I ended up on my ass is why we should maybe think about leaving soon. The ice is melting, and I think that only 2 of us can breathe underwater.
Oh. Okay. Great. Do we all have those breathe underwater potions? Is that a thing still? Was that
Who has
ever a
those?
thing? That's not a thing, huh?
I think we had the
German birds-
resistance to...
We had cold resistance potion.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind. I thought I had it. Okay. Yep. No.
Wait, maybe somebody did at some point? That sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't remember who
Right?
or why or when.
I thought somebody did. But you know
Julian says it was
what?
in season 1. Season 1, somebody had a breathe underwater potion. Why did
It
we
wasn't
have
me.
Oh, was it from when we were gonna go and face?
Oh yes, when we were gonna fight Imperial, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Okay. You know what? My brain just did a whole. Anyway, back to the present, back to life, back to reality. Okay. Well, we gotta go.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the cow.
Okay. Okay. Cool. What are we gonna? We've also got these lovely looking folks over here with these very scary masks on.
I was kind of hoping the water would just take them, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. Sick. So we should probably try to rally everybody in a GTFO.
I think so,
Maybe.
maybe, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I think I'm gonna start walking over to get everybody's attention. But at the same time, kind of like just keeping a little eye over my shoulder because I'm assuming that these assassins are coming out of this nightmare at some point.
Yeah, they've got maybe like 10 seconds before they're back
Okay.
up over
Okay.
on your side of things. So you're probably gonna have to have some sort of plan for them derived, I will say.
Okay. Yes, I think that I want to. I don't know of a plan other than causing mischief. Yeah, I think I'm going to quickly try to rally everybody together so at least we all are aware that one, the water is melting or the ice is melting, and two, these assassins are still an issue.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna say you begin to rally everyone. Pre-rally, Brian, explain to me a bit about what you're doing.
Okay. So I know that I obviously was like in like I was grappled by the assassin person, and so I couldn't get free, and they told me like basically to play it cool. And so I did that, and then they let me go. And I had seen that Ystira was passed out in Maro's arms. And so I think I honestly like after I like rushed over there, I think she just asked like what happened to her? Is she okay? What's going on? Why is she passed out?
Okay. Mara goes, okay, wow. A lot of questions from a person I don't want to talk to. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, well, doesn't she get like this when she uses too much of her magic? Like, isn't this some sort of way for us to revive her? We can't stay here. The ice is melting. I don't know if you noticed.
I mean, I can see that the ice is melting. I have eyes, Brian. But no, I do think that she does need healing, but I don't think that you have anything remotely helpful in that arena, so I think I'll just take it from here.
Do you have healing magic that I don't know about?
I do. Yeah, I do.
And are you going to use it, or are you just going to wait?
Oh, I was planning on getting her to safety first, but if that doesn't sound good to you, I guess we can change plans.
I'm just saying it would probably be easier for her to travel on her own two legs than to be carried.
I love your input. Thanks.
I think Brian kind of like... It's just like a very aggravated sigh. And then she says, you know, I thought sleeping with Gideon would have made you more fun. And then she's gonna turn and go back to the rest of the group.
And as you are walking away, you hear, man, that small one packs such a punch in her. I am so sorry that Ystira is like this. It would honestly be my honor to help her out. I can take it from here.
Brian's gonna freeze about halfway back to her friends. So she's, I guess, here by Yaldek? Is that Yaldek?
Yeah.
Yes, that's Yaldek.
And I think, yeah, you hear Valpine kind of sidle up in front of Morrow, and Morrow kind of like hold on to Ystira a little bit tighter because Morrow now knows who Valpine is, I believe. Morrow says, no, I appreciate your willingness to help, but I do genuinely think that I've got it from here, so thanks. Thanks, I got it. And Valpine says, aren't you a fledgling ASMR with no control over your magic yet? I think that it would be best to let a seasoned professional take care of this one, yes?
Brian snorts.
Interesting. And
she stays where she is. She's still concerned about Valpine getting involved, but she will always allow a sick burn against Morrow.
I think that, who is Morrow going to look to like ask if this is okay? Current, you just get stood up by like Winona, and you are like kind of like looking around and like getting a feel. You're beginning to gather everyone around. You had just finished sort of like rallying Yaldek, and you look over at this instance happening of Valpine being like, yeah, like hand her over. And Morrow being like, and Morrow makes eye contact with you and gives you like this look like, what do I do? Do I give Ystira to her? What do you feel is best? And is looking for some sort of guidance. What do you show with your eyes?
I think I'm going to immediately shoot back the I don't think so. And I guess, I mean, I don't know how I would convey with my eyes, just like if you think that you can handle this, don't hand her over.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yep. Morrow, given this advice, clutches Ystira a bit closer and he goes, no, I've healed her once before and I can do it again. So I'm good, but thank you.
Can I ask an above game question?
Yeah, above game question me.
Would a healing potion work?
Would a healing potion work? Mm-hmm. You are unsure.
So I think Brian is listening to this argument happen between Valpine and Morrow. And has this little moment of like, I fucking hate everybody that I'm in this ice cave with right now. That's quickly becoming a water cave, which she's not super into. And she's gonna kind of turn around, and as she does, she pulls one of the healing potions that she has out of her bag and like uncorks it, and then just kind of like walks up and another above game question. When Morrow is holding Ystira, how high above Brian's head do you think is Ystira's mouth? Like this high? Like arm length? Like could I lift my arm up? Probably like this much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, math.
It's like 6 foot. That's like a foot, maybe a foot away.
So her arm is at least a foot high.
Okay.
So she's gonna lift her arm up and like just tilt it into Ysira's mouth.
Okay.
Which I'm going to. I think she kind of. I don't know how she would make sure that the mouth is open. I think she just kind of goes for it.
Yeah. All right. You pour this. You pour this healing potion into this unwounded woman's mouth, and there is like you're like I've done it. This is it. And
I think it's more of an energy of like, can you shut the fuck up so we can fucking leave this melting ice cave? And here's what I have to offer. Stop.
And I think all you've succeeded in is like reintegrating yourself into this conflict. I think that's like the only thing you succeeded in. And so I think like Valpine takes a look between like you, who is like mid pouring a like, and then Mara, who is like clutching onto her, and just says, well, yes, I suppose it is all right for a disappointing complicate of exes to try and handle this small situation. I trust you to get her out safely.
And I think Brian looks at Mara and goes, can we go?
Yeah, I think we've got this.
What would you like me to roll, Katie May?
I don't need you to roll anything. I think Valpine looks at all of you and kind of takes that in. That was the ice machine. It takes it all in, and just says, all right, well, if you don't, it is your heads. And turns and walks.
I think Brian kind of stays there and like stares at Mara for an extra second and then just like rolls her eyes and turns and walks away. But she stays like nearby enough that she can hear if anything happens.
Okay. So how are you getting everyone together? Current, tell me about this.
I think that I'm kind of like trying to go, hey guys, hey, and if people are in their own world, I'm trying to like go up to them and like briefly make contact, like, hey, we gotta go. I also want to try to get over to Valpine to alert them of our assassin friends and see if Valpine can do anything about distracting them.
I can kill them. Do you want me to?
What about if we go like the incapacitate them route?
I do not have magic that's is this peaceful.
You never just put somebody to sleep before? Just
I do put many people to sleep, yes.
I mean, for not like just like a little nap.
No, if they need a taste of eternity, they might as well have the whole thing.
So what happens if you have to like say, I don't know, bring somebody in alive?
Then I just take them. I do not need to incapacitate them.
Can you make like a barrier between us
I
and
can
them?
hold person on them. This is just so uninteresting.
I'm so sorry, Valpine, that I am not allowing a killing spree after we just got done with battle. But the ice is melting. We need to go.
I have nothing to do but to agree with your calls and just feel that there are more interesting things to be done. Ula, you are listening to all of this happening, and you realize that if they hold person and leave these people behind. Your chance at answers leaves with you. And so it'll have to be something you're comfortable with.
Fuck. You know what? Oh, shoot. How much time do I... I don't even know. Wait, sorry. How do I drop the mooster? Because I picked it up on accident.
You picked up the boy?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you're carrying him now. You can
All right, I'll
down
just-
now so you can safely out.
I just want to pick them up just in case we gotta go.
Get him safe. You're carrying him. Don't put him down.
Okay. So I'll just bring him with me. Damn. All right. Fuck. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go run up to them. Are they conscious?
Yeah, they're just being roused from this nightmare.
Okay, so I have the cow in my one arm, and then I shake them with my other arm and be like, "Are you a Triton too?"
Yeah, you're kind of like rousing them, and
Yeah, like like
this cloaked figure is still like sitting on the ground up against the ice, and it just kind of like moves there, like kind of like shoves you back and says, "I'm so much more than that now."
what does that even mean?
Now I am made in Magistre's design.
What? Are there many more of you? Like
Enough.
Triton? Enough? I think Ula is just in shocked. And it's just like standing there like, also worships the magistrate too? What? Also Trident? Who is your leader? Do you even have one?
I'm the leader.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm wondering exactly that. Who am I to you, friend or foe?
I don't know, depends. Are you gonna kill me?
Not if you hand over the cards.
What is this cards that you're talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
They look at you like, what? The Arcanic deck cards.
Does Ula know anything about the deck?
You know a decent amount. I think you've been relatively caught up. Have you been?
Okay, good. I don't
Question
know.
for the rest of the party.
Has anybody in the party told me about the deck of cards? Just to preface. No, I feel like no one has. Did Wynonna ever said anything?
I feel like I may have
when we catch up or anything.
I feel like I may have like touched on it really briefly, but I probably didn't go into like detail because I wasn't sure if you were coming with us or not, or if it would be like
Just
important to you. Yeah.
So you probably would have mentioned it, huh?
Yeah, I probably just mentioned it like in passing in like with the journey, but I probably didn't go into too much detail about it. So you probably don't really know much.
Yeah. So Ula's still confused, like, this sounds familiar, but I don't know what the fuck that they're saying. I don't care about your damn cards. Why is it so important to you?
Let me travel with you. I will show you Magistre's way.
What? What? What does that mean? What? What are you? Don't touch me. I have a cow. Look, as I wave the cow.
They say, listen, it is your choice. And they reach forward and they grab their mask and they peel it off, revealing this Triton, but also not quite Triton. You look, and there are gears embedded in his arms as he reaches up, this sort of mixture of machine and merfolk. And say, let me accompany you. And I will show you that we are on the right path.
Who is we? Are you talking about me and you? Are you talking about you and your other?
Do any of the rest of
people
us perceive this? Or is this like an Ula special?
Are you paying attention to anything but Ystira right now?
I'm listening for Ystira, but I'm looking ahead of me.
Then yes, I think you would see this.
Brian goes, the fuck? I think Brian kind of like, I think it freaks her out really bad. And I think she honestly probably like gets ready to draw one of her daggers just in case.
Does Kern or Winona here? Do they see this?
Yeah, I kind of want to walk up, like, be like, hey, what's and I also like, you know, thinking on the same line as Brian, like I have my like axe behind me, like in my back pocket, just waiting. Like, what's going on here?
Do you wish to explain to your friend what is happening here?
They want some cards or some shit, and they wanna come. I don't know what cards they're talking about. Some, I don't know.
No. And I'm just gonna
I am Karam Angara of the Multam Buhai, and I seek to earn your arcanic deck cards through merit and mean, and I am seeking that opportunity.
Does Ula recognize that the name? I mean, I know you mentioned it a little bit before, but now that he mentioned the name, does Ula have any information or like, I don't know, knows? None.
I'm gonna ask, like, when Emeloff offhandedly like mentioned like, oh, like there's like a magistrate cult kind of like one running around in these parts. How much like looking into it did you do?
I wouldn't say a lot, because I felt like it would have been like in the back of Ula's mind, like, oh, I'll get to it when I can, but if...
And then you never got to it, so you don't know much.
Damn it. Fuck. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, so Ula's just like, who are you and what? What? Of the what cult?
It's not a cult.
Y'all look like one.
At least we all have some semblance of uniform, he says, gesturing to all of you dressed in completely different clothes.
At least we're all unique and not boring. What? What did I do? What? I'm just saying.
You still cling to your mortal base form. Yes, the most unique thing I can comprehend. Listen, I am offering a way of peace. Accept it or reject it. That's your call.
Didn't you literally just try to kill our friend and you're offering peace?
They knew I was never going to kill them. They were acting with me. It was they did great.
You're also into theater? Because we actually know someone that's into theater as well.
Ula, oh my god. Brian,
I'm just saying.
Is that true?
Sorry, is that true? I can't really, what's happening? I can see it.
Were you not actually in danger?
Yeah, he said that you knew that you weren't getting killed. Is
They
that
told
true?
me to play it cool, but the knife was awfully sharp.
I looked at that person. Well,
Is there a mark on them?
I call family meeting.
The dripping of the cave
I respect
continues.
that we want to have a meeting. I respect that we need to figure this out. Has
We don't
anyone
have to
else
have it here, but I think
noticed that
before.
ice is melting? Does anybody know how fast ice melts?
All right, at this point,
Shit.
Gideon. Lil Dreer says, "All right, well, this is it. So we're just gonna come in right on in here. I think, just kind of a little bit off to like the side, and
Perfect.
then we'll find your friends. And you said that their names were Ula, Winona, Current, Yaldek,
Mhm.
Morrow,
Mhm.
Ystira, Valpione."
Mhm.
But that's like not. But you said that you're like, and
Yeah,
then
not really.
yeah.
Yeah.
and then Atmos and Roslyn are here with you.
Yes.
And
And
then-
Brine.
You.
Yeah.
Ryan, that's the name that I was forgetting.
Mhm.
Like the ocean. I love that. Wow, let's go.
We'll see if you love Brine. We go into the cave. I guess I hop off of Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy's outside.
Okay. I guess I just roll up.
You two roll up together. Right after like the conversation needs to happen. Gideon, what do you say as you come into view? Everyone's sort of gathering around. You see a lot of random like robot merman off in the corner. Like, everyone, no one's dead.
Is everyone okay? Let's pop out from behind everyone. Are you
Gideon!
okay?
Jumps and yells, "Gideon, what the hell? Where were you? What happened?"
I got teleported away. I guess. I see Mara holding Ystira. It's okay. It seems like it was an accident. I'm okay. Are you all okay? The cave's melting. Are we having a family
Yeah.
talk right now in the
Well,
melting cave?
Ula holds
I'm
up a
sure
cow for Gideon to
Morel.
see.
Oh my god! And I go over to the cow.
I hold up cow for Gideon, and
We
I
should probably not have family meeting in the melting cave. We can figure that out
We gotta
elsewhere.
get
But
this
it's
cow out of here.
yeah.
it is
Yes.
good to see you again.
I am glad you're all okay. I felt very bad not being here, but we'll discuss that later. Let's go.
And then I look back. I guess you're coming with.
I can come with you, or I can leave you all behind and seek your cards at a later date. One that might not be as amiable as I hope for this to be. It is.
I look at
your-
everybody, and then I point at them.
Do they act like because they thought that Gideon was the one with the cards, right? So when Gideon reappears, is there any kind of reaction from the assassins?
You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
Should I also roll?
Oh, boy.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't want to roll. Can I roll? Is that okay? Insight.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I rolled a 16.
A 16.
Yeah, hold on.
Ooh.
Congrats on your 5, Gideon. 25 from Ula. Yeah, I think that and then current an 18. You too, bud.
Let's go current.
I think that anyone who has like a 15 up will notice that yes, Karam's eyes are definitely like paying attention to the fact that Gideon Osmond is now here.
Uh-oh.
But has not made any moves to move from a peaceful state.
If you hurt any of these people, I'm gonna kill you. Is that... Do you understand?
I understand completely. I'm mostly just amazed how quick you are to murder one of Magistre's favored.
You fuck with our friends, you go down. It's pretty simple.
Thanks
As I
for
hold up the
explaining
cow.
anyways. All right. Murder's off the table.
All right, let's go. We gotta go because the ice melting now. We gotta go.
Thank you.
You all begin just running out of this cave. You hear Lil Drew go, "Everybody, the exit is this way. We're going this way." And then it goes, "Theo." And and because Theo, I see you were comfortable just leaving your charges to drown in the mesmer mists. And Theo, that's not what's happening. And as all of you are whisked away out of the mesmer mists, you all pile in to, I would say, probably Lil Dreer's carriage. That includes Karam. That includes all of your allies. And I think Current, while you're piling back into the carriage, Atmos sits next to you and says, "We should head back to Zephyr post haste and let her know we were successful in our endeavor. She will be crowned thanks to this."
Atmos, I'm not sure if you were aware of the conversation that happened. I wasn't defeating the Frost Maiden particularly in the name of my cousin. This was done because Monarch, my parent, asked me to prove myself. To ask me to put a backing behind any one person that I've known for hours, a day, that's a lot to ask, Atmos.
She's not a stranger to you. She's family.
She is my blood, but we've only just met.
But whoever was to save the elemental plane of water would be the ones to crown the new rule. You knew this.
That wasn't what Monarch and I discussed.
Then what was discussed?
What was discussed was that I would prove myself to be worthy enough to, if I so choose, rule, or if I so choose not.
There's this like dawn of realization the second you say that. And Atmos scrunches up their face and goes, "She trusted you."
Atmos, I never told her that I would endorse her.
Because she wasn't looking for an outright statement, but you came here a complete stranger to the core. Now you're entertaining Rule?
I mean, you were all pretty quick to welcome me into this being my home. And now, because it's a conflict of interest, I'm not as welcome.
This moment is one of many hard-earned attempts to get Monarch willing to put Rule in someone else's hands. But of course, they were never entertaining someone else ruling that wasn't their own.
If anything, Atmos, I've come here as a neutral party. I don't hold interest one way or the other except what's for the best.
The crown?
I seek what's best for the core.
A politician's answer. I see you've been working on it.
It's not any different than what everybody else is doing around here, right?
Disgusting.
Spoken like a true politician.
I'm not. I'm an ascendant.
An ascendant that has a pretty clear alliance with
Yes.
what, the idea of never opening up the core?
You think I should entertain the presence of the wilds in the core?
I think you should.
Atmos wins. Fine. Atmos won. Congrats, everybody. Parent turns into dust. Atmos becomes Monarch's new kid.
No.
We're going from there.
Atmos broke Lyrica's computer.
Oh no.
That's dishonorable.
Truly. Oh my gosh.
Lyrica, when you're back. Oh no, they're gone.
Oh, nope,
Oh,
gone
no.
again. Well, in the meantime, how's the rest of the car sitting? Brian, who are you sitting by?
I'm sitting next to Morrow.
Gideon, where are you sitting?
Are we all in one big car together?
You are, yes.
I am sitting across from Morrow.
Is Morrow still holding Ystira?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sitting on the side that has Ystira's head.
And Gideon, you're sitting across from that. Ula, where are you at? Who are you sitting next to?
Oh, I'm gonna sit very close to. Wait, is that person? I forgot their name is.
Ram is here.
Yep.
Current's here. Winona's here. Brian is here. Theo's here. You've
I'm
got a lot of
sitting-
allegiances in this fucking car.
Well, I'm still holding the cow. Yeah. So I have the cow,
Yeah.
then I have my venomous knife with me while I'm sitting next to Karam, just in case if they do some funny shit.
Perfect.
And
Cow in one hand.
Cow in one
dagger
hand.
in the other.
yes,
Perfect. You are spending so you're spending some time with this dagger and with this cow. And Karam's just kind of sitting like next to you in like polite silence, just hands neatly folded in his lap, with just a passively smug look on his face, but one that's like very determined looking as well. And you holding this cow, notice that this cow has a collar on it.
Oh,
It seems to have some sort of collar on it.
can I see what's on the collar?
Yeah, absolutely. You lean down to look at its collar, and you see that it has a name.
Oh shoot! What's the name?
Muli Ray Cyrus.
Hi there, Mooly Ray Cyrus.
Perfect. Yeah, armed with Mooley Ray Cyrus. I think that's what we're gonna break.
Hey.
Just the revelation of Mooley Ray Cyrus's name. We will go to break. Everybody stay around for break. Are we giving some dice away? We're giving some dice away from Die Hard Dice, our sponsors for the season. So stay around for the dice. We'll see you in a few minutes. Go get some water. Go hydrate yourself, and don't forget to keep on God slaying. I'll see you soon, gamers. Welcome back, God Slayers. We've missed you so much. Welcome back to this episode of Death2Divinity. I hope you had a good break. I hope you got in on that giveaway during break. You only got a few more seconds to get in on there before we find out who gets some shiny new Die Hard dice. In the meantime, sweet players, my sweet players, do you Drew to take the carriage any particular place? I love the silence. The silence, I love it.
I'm trying to think if we should drop Atmos off or not.
Ooh, good one.
Congratulations, Lescribe. Enjoy your meth rock.
Congrats.
Thank you, Plant Mama, for the contribution to chaos. We're creeping closer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're gonna drop Atmos off because I don't think Atmos is too happy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do we want to go back to that bar? Do we want to go to where we're staying?
I think it makes sense for us to go, quote, quote, home, right? Like, go back to where we're staying.
Where's that place where we were drinking that tea in that room? Maybe we can go back there with the Ystera when we were all like planning to go here.
Yeah,
That
that
one
was
room? Maybe we can go there. Ula suggests that to out in the open.
yeah, that was the
Psychotic?
dignitary. That was the dignitary wing of
That's
the
what it
palace.
is. Thank you.
Oh, dignitary.
Mhm.
Okay.
Should we go there instead?
I mean, what do we do now? We killed the Frostbane. What happens next?
Right.
I think Brian
I probably
asked
have to go
that
talk
on
to
this
Mother.
transport. She's like, so we killed the Frostbane. What's next?
I guess I should probably inform Monarch of what's happened, and unless Monarch already knows.
I mean, don't you have to decide, right? If you want to take credit for this or give it to the other factions? Have we sort of reached the point of no return in terms of choices to make, or?
I mean, I don't want my family to feel like I'm betraying them, right? But at the same time, like you heard Zephyr at the dinner table and like all this talk. I think back to what I originally had kind of come to a conclusion of, which is that, you know, if Monarch comes back safe, then there's no need for anybody to immediately take over the throne.
Yeah, that's also a good point. And since you just earned the right to go with Monarch, then
Comes back safe from.
So
Wait, we talked about this. I remember having a family meeting about this.
I was trying to remember if you were there or not.
But
like
I
heart
don't
swell.
remember if Brian was there. I think she might have tapped out during this meeting.
No, you were there for the entire of the family meeting.
I was there for the whole meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Refresh our memory.
Monarch thinks my mom is alive, or can be rescued. Is
Right.
in the core, in the heart.
The core. Do people typically come back from the core?
I mean, I
People just don't go
know that
People aren't allowed
monarch
to go
has been there. Yeah.
Right. So I think banking on the idea of this person coming back safely from the core, God or no God, maybe seems like a big gamble.
I mean, but that's where I was born. And Monarch's been there before. And I mean, you have a god and a demigod, and I'll look over at Gideon and another kick-ass god.
Thanks.
We have to come back.
So you're going in. No matter what's happening, you're going in.
Oh, there's. I have to, Brian. I have to go.
We just keep getting more things added on to this list of missions we have, don't we?
I mean,
with that concept of list of missions, you feel an unspoken one stinging in the back of your throat, Current. Those last messages from your adopted father ringing in your ears.
and there's still no reply. And that's from text messages. Can I try to call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what will happen is kind of like, as you know, Brian and Kern are having that conversation, that pressing, burning feeling happens, and I kind of just, my head goes down. I take out the Stimpaks and just dial a number that, you know, I've dialed hundreds of times before, to see if there's an answer to the call rather than the text.
Roll a D100.
Okay. How?
Yeah, you see how at the end of that, like D20, it's DX?
Uh-huh.
Click that, and then you can type in 100 and roll it that
Okay.
way.
I was like, is that gonna roll 100 dice, or is that gonna? Okay. 78.
The phone picks up. And you hear a voice go through a very loud amount of just static and disruption. Go. Current? Like, known as current?
Hello? Who is this?
Sigh. Anger. And then the line goes dead. Do you want to roll a insight check to see if you can discern whose voice that was?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think when Current pulls out her Sympax, Brian kind of has this moment of like, okay, we were having a conversation, but like, all right, I guess if you just want to call somebody, that's fine. And then I think when she sees Current get like really stressed out, I'm assuming that Current has like a visibly stressed reaction to this. She kind of leans forward and she like puts both her elbows on her knees and she says, Current, what the hell's going on?
Are you even sitting by Current?
I figure we're all near enough.
It's a large carriage. There's a lot of you. It's a subtle phone call.
We were having a conversation and then she pulled out a Sympax. You think I didn't notice that? All right, fine.
Is that an 18? Is
yeah.
that an 18? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Hell yeah, congrats, gamer. Yeah, you're like thinking through it and it's so hard, but you recall V EV. That was Evie on the line.
Brian, I just tried to call my father, my adopted father. That was Evie's voice.
Did you say Evie?
What?
You tried to call A, the man who tried to have me killed, just as a reminder. B, Evie, as in the little one with the skates.
Yes, Derby.
Yeah, your teammate, your friend.
Yeah. I haven't heard from Evie in a hot minute.
Not since before the temple.
Yeah, that is because my mom kidnapped them, which I found out recently and have not had a chance to share with anyone.
Your mom, the same one who was working with Malaya Kira when Ula and I were assigned to that job?
I guess so. World's best mom.
Where is Ula sitting in connection to Brian? Ula, where are you sitting?
Oh, I was sitting next to what's his name? I don't know
That
where
guy.
specifically.
Right. Karam?
Karam, yeah.
Okay. I think Brian kind of looks around until she like sees you, and then she says, "Do you know anything about this? Sorry, Gideon, monster that seems to be hunting down all of our friends?"
Nope.
Okay, nothing beyond literally hearing her name.
Did Evie say where she was?
No.
There was so much static.
Current, why did you think to call him in the middle of that conversation?
Because I had tried to contact him earlier. Valpione sent. I'm sorry. I totally almost called her Karina.
Oh no. Karina.
Not Karina. Why can I not remember her name right now? Gideon, what is your sister's name? Nakia.
Nakia?
Oh my gosh, that was so hard with the K's in my head right now. Valpione sent Nakia to go bring my dad here to get him. And something went wrong. He messaged me saying that Nakia was in trouble. And I heard nothing back from him. So I called. And that was
now
Evie.
Evie's involved?
I'm sorry, like my Evie?
Yes.
What's happening?
Ooh.
I think my mom has kidnapped several people, it sounds like. Just to be clear, Fairy down with attacking, doing whatever we need to her to get these people back.
Gideon?
And Nakia is wrapped up in yes.
If your mom has Nakia, and your mom also has that weapon we talked about.
Yeah,
That
no, and yeah.
Not great.
What weapon were you talking about?
I don't think it's any of your business, Valpine. You weren't involved in this conversation.
Sure.
Ooh,
If not wants to be my business, it does not have to be.
Well, considering that you apparently sent Nakia to bring Odicus back to us and now Nakia's in trouble, I don't know if I should trust you or not.
She would have killed you if she had stayed on that ship. I did you a favor.
Yeah, I would have liked to see her try.
Okay. All right. 1, she probably could have. 2, I don't appreciate her being sent off to do things for anyone, especially you. And look at how that's turned out for her. Because she just lost a mother figure, and now she's like, time to fill the void with this other one, who's even worse. What am I supposed to do with this? Would anyone like to tell me how to fix this? Because I don't know. I'd love to go get her and bring her back along with the other people my mom have kidnapped, but I can't leave.
For us to figure out where she is, does she have some sort of like tracker on her? Do you have some sort of weird like sibling connection that you can call on?
I don't know. I think about her every night. I'm constantly worried about her. Is that a sibling connection? Is being terrified? I don't know.
Gideon, have you tried calling Nakia? Ula says, like,
We like texted briefly and then she kind of disappeared on me.
oh,
Well, what did she say to you in her text messages?
This was months ago. I think she was just saying like, I'm with mom, it's fine. And that was all
And
she
you
told
thought
Gideon.
that was fine?
No, of course not. But I can't do anything about it from here.
Well, is there a way for us to find out where the hell your mom is?
I've been trying to figure it out.
If he gets in trouble, your mom is involved, Current's adopted dad is involved. We already know he's a fucking piece of shit. And then apparently Evie's also involved. This is concerning to me. Current, I know you want to go into the core and help your parent. I understand that.
If Evie's there, so is Cecilia's.
Yes.
I understand that you want to go into the core and help your parent. I'm gonna
Emeloth
just
too.
that's a lot of people that we should probably be
You know the
helping.
person you tried to murder, Emeloth?
I
Also
did
there.
murder Emeloth, and Emeloth was brought back to life.
unfortunately, Nakia and I brought them back to life. Which I... Okay, never mind.
I love going
I'm
from
just
having
saying.
zero family to a lot of family.
And if we're going by like greater good here, I think probably going after that situation makes more sense. Corin, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just saying that if it comes down to a choice between the two things, I think we should go after Nakia.
Brian, that sounds like you're trying to tell me what to do with my life.
I'm not telling you what to do with your life. I'm saying what I think we should do, and then you can make your decision based on whatever you think you should do. If I didn't murder people every time somebody told me that I shouldn't murder somebody, I never would have murdered anybody. You know?
You know, I want everybody to be okay, Brian. Like, I want everybody.
I think that ship sailed a long time ago.
Brian, we interrupted your fiance's wedding. I think we can make time for this, perhaps?
And nobody has to follow me, Brian. I'm not asking for anybody to lay their life down for me or...
Can't take you by yourself, are you?
Yeah, we can't leave you alone.
I think at this point, who's the most politically minded of the five of you, would you say?
Current.
Literally, yeah.
Current, you look around and realize that every faction sitting in here is listening very intently to this conversation. Valpione, Yaldek, Atmos, Rosalind, Karam, they are... Lildrir, she's all... Theo, they're all listening incredibly intently to this conversation.
I think that there are several factors to worry about here. We can agree that everybody has somebody involved in this that they care about. I think we can also agree that we should maybe be mindful of the company that we are currently keeping.
Do you want me to plug my ears or something?
Wildra, you are so fine.
Oh,
You
okay.
are the greatest. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you for letting me into your trust, sir. I'm Mildred.
Hi, I'm Brian.
It is so good to meet you, Brian.
And who are you?
I was told that I probably will like you.
That's oddly kind. Great. What do you do?
I'm a member of the Legion Corps.
Great. Okay. We can finish this conversation later, Current.
Brian, I know that we're all trying to do and you're trying to do what's best. We'll figure it out together like we have this entire time. Please trust me.
All right.
Thank you. How far are we at this point from we went back to the dignitary hall?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah, do we ride in silence the whole rest of the way?
And I think it's awkward, like really awkward.
Oh, delicious. Does anyone do anything during this awkward silence?
How's Mara looking?
Upset. Like very, very, very upset.
Can I tell if she's mad at me? I'm just worried for her.
No, she just seems like deeply distressed and is holding Ystira like a comfort blanket at this point.
I think between them, like where Mara can't see, where Ystira's hair is like kind of hanging over her arm, Brian has kind of like started playing with like just the end of it also as like a comfort thing, probably without realizing.
That's gay. We continue. All right. Anyone else doing anything in the silent ride?
I think the only thing Gideon says tomorrow is that we'll get them back. I promise.
I know this might be like a moot point, but like I think Winona wants to pull out her Sympax and try to message Evie or something now that we know that Evie is like alive, and see if I get anything in return.
You like try to send the message and it comes back with like, sorry, this Sympax has been broken.
Got it.
All right, silent little ride all the way back. You get to the
Do we go through that dark hall again? Where I saw the creepy thing?
Yeah. It actually looks like Lildrir is seeking to take you a different way unless you ask. She's going to take you through the Hall of Justice.
I wouldn't ask. I was just wondering if we were going through it again.
All right. Yeah, so you're brought through the Hall of Justice, which is like this Aasimar, tribute to the Legion Corps. It's this very like almost like terracotta army of just like this like winged armored legion that occupy the floor of this hall. And then you come back in to the dignitary wing, which we will now endeavor theretofore. However, everyone is still in this cart. So you all kind of disembark and are all kind of standing in the foyer of the dignitary wing. And so it's kind of like when you go to a cast party at like a Perkins and the meal is finished. The meal is finished, but you're all like standing outside because you're not sure what comes next. It's that exact feeling. Everyone is standing here. So I'm talking Morrow, Ystira. I'm talking Lildrir is also here.
Is Ystira conscious again?
She's starting to rouse, but she's not doing great. Lildrir is here. Yaldek is here. Valpione is here. Karam is here. I'm trying to think if I missed anyone. Theo is here. Theo's already there. Theo, Karam, Lildrir, Morrow, Ystira, Valpione. I need to put her down. And everyone's kind of just looking around at each other expectantly. Sorry, these are the two people I'm forgetting. Roslyn, Blossomir, and a very upset looking Atmos is standing as well. And everyone's sort of looking around expectantly. And unfortunately, as the closest to Rule, a lot of eyes are falling on you. What's happening next?
Do I have like the power to, like, I don't know, dismiss people? I probably definitely want to address Atmos. And I just kind of walk up to Atmos and say, I'm sure you're wanting to get back to Zephyr, Atmos, and I want you to know that however you may feel about this, that myself and the rest of my friends do greatly appreciate your help, and that I wasn't trying to come to you with a political answer. I was coming to you with the truth. Zephyr knew at our dinner that I was offering her a chance to come and save her parent. Not that I was going to be killing this Frost Maiden on her behalf to get the crown.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
If I can give the help action too, in any way.
What would you be doing to lend this help?
I think I would probably walk up by Current, because Gideon, I think, was the person who suggested that we bring Zephyr along, right? Do I remember that correctly?
I think so.
Okay. At least behind the scenes, I remember.
Yeah.
Right. I think Gideon nods and goes up to both of them and says, maybe it wasn't the most politically smart thing to do to ask you and Zephyr along, but it felt right, considering her mom was frozen there. And I know if it was someone I loved, I'd want a hand in freeing them, not just to win the crown, but to help save them. I know that might be frustrating to you, but it wasn't exactly a political move, but one that felt right to do. I hope you can understand that.
All right, let's see that persuasion roll. And you're gonna get to roll it with advantage. Thank God.
Thank God. Jeez. Hey.
Let's go.
Oh, Gideon.
Atmos looks at all of you and says, I will do my best to convince her of this, but no promises. And then leaves.
And then
Roslyn says, and you were just saying that to them because you're Team Fernox all the way, right?
I haven't talked to Fernox at all since the duel.
Yeah, because he's not like trying to get into your political pants or anything. You're welcome.
And I wasn't trying to get into his political pants.
No, but like You saw that. That's a mistake. We're clearly the right choice.
Yeah, you know, it's weird that you seem to think that the only choice other than Zephyr is Phoenix. And I'm
Listen,
standing right here.
I will support your attempt at rule if one of your ascendants can take me.
Rosalind, I think I'm gonna get really close to Rosalind. I don't know if anybody has explained this to you lately, but the core doesn't revolve around Rosalind. And I don't have to prove a damn thing to you. And I'm gonna turn around and walk away. And over by Theo.
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Yeah, I think you hear Rosalind under her breath go, "You fucking," and then like your back is turned and you watch Theo cut out to stand in front of your back and say, "No, put it down." And she like had been going to grab her axe and then just puts her hand back down and then goes, "This is why we broke up."
I look to Lil Dreer to see her face for any Theo sauce.
She's just looking at Rosalind like this.
Homosexual. Incredible. Okay.
Correct. Correct. Well, I've never had a potential alliance just to spit on, so I think I will be going. Life debt paid? You think so, Gideon?
Yep.
All right. Eat rocks, you fuckers. And with that, Rosalind bounces.
She'll come around at some point. It's fine.
Do we need her to though?
For the record, that wasn't my fault. I just want to be very clear. I keep getting blamed for these situations, and I just want to be clear that I didn't do that.
No, that's fair.
And that wasn't your fault.
No, not at all. Yeah.
All right. That's great.
Well, fuckers, shall we eat rocks or what? Is anyone hungry?
Not for rocks.
We need to figure out where we're
No.
going. What we're doing. What's
Yeah.
going on.
What are we gonna do
Probably
with
should
this?
see more.
What are we gonna do
Oh.
with Karam?
And
And then as I point my dagger towards them.
Yeah, who are you? What's your deal?
I was
Are
just
they
gonna
like
also
cool?
pull out her axe and just kind of start like sharpening it ever so calmly, just in case anybody else.
In the
Oh,
forest.
yeah, Gideon, our
Try
friend
anything.
here. Oh, is
Look
there
around
two
and find
cows?
out.
Are you guys talking to him? Sorry, Gideon, were you approaching him to inquire about this?
I was just kind of pointing at him, looking at everyone else, and being like, "Who is this person?" Because they weren't here before, now they are.
Yeah. So, are you gonna? Is someone going to explain, or are you approaching him to explain?
I guess I'll ask him if no one else will tell me.
Oh, I can explain. So our friend here, Gideon, they want to earn the right to our cards here. See, he seems to think that we're
Okay.
gonna hand over the arcanic deck.
That's a fun prank.
That's what I said.
You'll die waiting. Enjoy. Okay. What? Interesting person to find in a cave. What? Do you think we're just gonna hand him over? Like, oh hey, what's up? I want your Arcanic Dex. Like, no problem. Here you go. What?
Apparently, if we give him time, he will prove to us that giving him the cards is the right thing to do, as he is a chosen one of Magistrate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen Ula bring folks back from the dead, so I'm not sure they're the most chosen of Magistrate that I've witnessed personally.
Hula blushes.
I think perhaps being a literal god is also maybe a tier above being pledged to one, but that's just me.
No, that's also fair. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing for
That
this
does
person.
make you more responsible, Yaldex says, having weighing in for the first time.
I forgot you were even
Yeah,
fucking
Yaldek,
here.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. You guys just pissed off my biological sister and she left. So yeah, I'm having a good time. I don't think she's ever gonna answer any of my texts again. So I'm having a great one.
I'm sorry. I will help you patch that over. She's probably the least pissed off at us, so maybe we can work on that. Should we go see Monarch? Should we go see the adult in the situation? There's only one, and they're a god. And I feel like I need to talk to an adult right now.
I feel
Sometimes
like
about prophecies that you heard.
I'm also
Yeah.
pretty sure you are of age.
Who said that? Was that Valpine?
Oh, Valpine. Yeah, I guess if you have something that you have to do, Valpine, you are no longer obligated to be assisting us at this moment.
I have never assisted you out of obligation.
Well, don't you want to relax? I mean, what do you do after a battle?
I'm fine.
Okay. Do you want to go get yourself a drink?
Do you wish me to leave you?
I just don't see any reason for you to waste your time listening to us bicker back and forth about what happens next.
I do not think you would be wasting my time. You are making perhaps one of the most important political moves that you have made yet during my time with you, no?
Well, yes, but you won't be able to come with us for this part. It'll just be, I think, maybe Gideon and I.
Then why are you dismissing me? Not everyone but Gideon.
Well, everybody else is going to go do their own thing too. I addressed you because you spoke up.
Ah. Well. Sure. I'm happy to go my own way.
And of course, we'll let you know as soon as we're ready to take action again.
Of course.
Appreciate it, Valpine.
I'm just a few footsteps away.
Great to know.
But she'll be coming with me. And she looks back at Ystira and snaps her fingers, and Ystira's gone. And then Valpine walks out of the room.
Is that legal? You just do that to people.
Is that legal?
I'm gonna follow Valpine.
You are following Valpine. Stealthily? Roll a stealth check.
My fucking god.
Please, stealth check. One moment, please.
We just watch Brian walk out of the room. Tiny.
Well, that is a 23. So I would say I was pretty fucking stealthy.
Well, yes, but now I get to roll Valnarax as the first monster's stat block and see how I do. So one moment. Let me just pop on over. Didn't think I'd be opening this today. One moment. Buried in a bit of a Notion page. All right, Valnarax. All right, I have, AC 18, perception, yes, +7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Literally
shit.
Higher? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
You have inspiration.
Yeah, I'll use it. I'll use one of them.
That's so easy. So easy. God.
All right, so what happens when Valnarax notices me following them out of this room?
We'll find out in a little while. Meanwhile, everyone else, you all watch Brian leave the room. Just wordlessly, might I add. I think Morrow looks around at the lot of you and goes, I'll go get my things.
Like you're coming with us, or?
I'll meet you at the ship.
Okay, cool. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just not going to stand here while Sai and Evie are in danger. That's just not something that's happening. Let's do this.
No. Okay. We'll talk to Monarch and then I'll see you at the ship.
If you plot the path that Nakia traveled to Mirage City and the timeline that has happened so far, no matter the math that happens, they are 2 days travel away.
So we can't waste any time.
Because we've already wasted enough.
I'll do what I need to do here and then I'll go with you. I need to get my sister too. Okay. I'll see you later.
Take care of yourself, please.
You too.
And then Morrow, clearly in S-tier guild member mode, stomps off.
Kern, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bail on you. There's a prophecy I heard before I met you up with you guys about the kin killer blade. And I think it's about me and Nakia and one of us stabbing each other. And I had a vision in those mists of her trying to stab me. And I just don't, I have to go get her. She's around a lot of bad people right now. Very, very impressionable, especially with people that like to encourage her anger and the worst parts of her. And I have to do something.
I think I'm going to reach out and put a hand on Gideon's shoulder, in just a reassuring Gideon, you don't have to explain anything to me. That's your family. And you were willing to lay down your life to help me get my family. You do what you have to do. I
You're
care
my
for
family
you
too.
I'll be okay.
I know you will. I'll do as much as I can here before I have to go, but I can't forget that other prophecy about the Violet Empress and the danger the core's in. That's important too. I don't want to leave you here alone with that, but it's all happening at once, and I can't do both. We can't do both. We can't do everything for everyone, so we have to choose.
And if that choice means us splitting up for a little bit, if that means that everybody gets to be safe, as many people as we can make sure is safe, if that means that our family stays intact, all of it, not just blood, then I'm okay with that. Because we won't be split up forever.
I'll always find my way back to you. I promise.
And me to you. We should go see Monarch.
Yeah, we should square this away. If everyone else is ready for that.
Yeah, Yaldek, Winona, Ula.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have any problem with you coming with us. I don't know how Monarch would feel, but would you like to come with us?
You all can go ahead. I have to deal with, and then I look at Karam.
Of course, Ula.
You all can go ahead. I feel like it's all your time together.
Winona, did you want to come or stay?
I'm gonna come with you. I feel like, I mean, I was torn between following Mara or staying here, but I think also as one of your ascendants, I should be here. So I'm gonna stay with you.
And Yaldek, I mean, I'm sorry I pissed off your sister.
It's cool. I didn't know I had her. Like, I did. I haven't had. You get it.
I mean, she did try to strike me with her axe.
I think if you told me that the world didn't revolve around me, I'd try to hit you too. I think it's a fair
world doesn't revolve around you.
I mean, if you say it again, I'll cry. But, you know.
Oh, I don't want to make you cry. I'd rather you hit me. That didn't sound the way that I wanted it. You,
All right.
I care about you.
Okay.
Am I being assigned? Where am I going?
That's up to you. I was telling you that you can do what you want. I just didn't want you to feel like we were shunning you to go talk to my god parent.
No, I meant like, which team am I on?
What do you mean?
It sounds like there's like a home team and an away team making themselves known, and I want to know which team I'm on.
Yaldek, which team would you like to be on?
Splitting up? I feel like that means death is on the menu, but I guess if we gotta.
I mean, Yaldek, the way that it sounded from Monarch was that I don't know if anybody can go with me into the core with Monarch.
Why are you doing that again?
Because it's one chance that I have for my family to be whole. And I'm not asking for anybody to understand that I know that the premise of all of this is wild.
Uh-huh.
But I can't explain it other than I can't let Monarch do this alone.
Okay.
Are you looking for me to assign you somewhere?
My cat is. Sorry, my cat is literally on top of the fridge. I'm losing my mind.
Perched.
We had hidden the flowers on the top of the fridge to specifically hide it from cats, and I just look over and Shrimp's little head is peeking out from the flowers like, hello. You can hide these from me. Oh my god, sorry, I've never been more terrified in my life that I was about to see just a falling vase from 10 feet. Shrimp, sorry, fridges are 10 feet tall. It's fine. Yeah, I think Yaldek is looking pretty perplexed about this.
No, you're in jail now.
Shrimp
No.
is in shrimp jail.
You're in jail.
I think Yaldek is like trying to like develop opinions about it and also not share them with you in this moment. And Yaldek goes, I trust that you know what's best for you.
I'm sorry, his little face.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. My cat's a demon.
Yaldek, I think you should help. You should help them get to the Derby girls.
The Derby girls? They're in. You mean the Derby girl, Evie?
Yes, and Nakia, who's not a Derby girl but is still in trouble.
And you want us to leave you here in a political maelstrom full of people you don't know and can't trust?
Yes.
There are like gods involved and stuff.
Yaldek, my parent is a god.
I feel like we're riding that one high as far as it can get us, but I don't know how much longer that one's gonna go.
What would you have me do, Yaldek?
I don't know.
See, that's the problem. Everybody thinks this is a bad idea, but then nobody knows what decision I should make. So I have to make the decision that seems like it ends up with the most people on our side at the end.
Okay.
And if this is going to lead to some kind of god war, I sure as hell want the power of the core behind me.
I just don't want to leave you behind, I guess.
I don't particularly want to leave anybody behind either. We've never been split up like this.
All right, I guess I will let you do what you need to.
And just the ramifications of somebody ruling this place that feels the best thing to do is to keep it shut away from the world. I have to put things right.
All right. That sounds less fun than what I plan on doing. Have fun with that.
Follow your joy, Yeldick.
I'm going to go get drunk in my room until someone comes and gets me and tells me what to do.
I think that's a great idea.
And Yaldek salutes everyone like this, and he goes ahead and leaves.
All right. Guess that's everybody squared away. Gideon,
Off to
Winona,
Monarch.
let's go. Wait, is Theo still here? Are we being led by Theo, or is he just letting us go?
Yeah, Theo can absolutely lead you there.
Okay. Hey, Theo, can you take us back to see Monarch?
Absolutely. And to clarify, what is this conversation about to look like?
Well, I think first and foremost, I need to let Monarch know that I think at least that I completed the task they put upon me.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that, we discuss what accompanying Monarch looks like.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I'm sorry that all of this is coming at such a cost.
Come to realize that everything we do seems to come at a cost of something.
Truer words have never been spoken. All right, so it's only Gideon and Current who are going to do this, correct?
And Winona is with us too.
Winona's okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember if Alpine. No, sorry, if Winona had stayed behind to be with Ula. But Ula, you were staying behind to confront Karam, as it were.
Correct.
All right. So, all right. With that, I think we cut now to Brine. Brine, it is not a far walk to the room that Valpine has claimed for herself. It is just up and to the right of the grand foyer. It's the first bedroom, as it were. You are following along stealthily, but you watch as Valpine like dips into her room, and she just throws you back a knowing glance and just a almost a wink as she just heads into her room. And you hear the door shut, but you don't hear the sound of locking.
Brine kind of huffs a little bit because she's been seen. And she walks up to Valpine's door. And I think she just kind of like flicks it open, like she opens the knob and just like pushes it open and then just kind of stands in the door frame and says, I suppose you're not going to tell me what you're after if I just ask point blank, right?
What I'm after? I already have everything I need.
Can I roll a perception check to see like what's going on and like what I can see like in her room?
I will. I'm just gonna straight up give it to you. You can see past Valpione to see Ystira's unconscious body on the bed.
Can I tell if she's still breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Brian nods a little bit and doesn't step into the room. She stays in the doorway. And she says, all right, you have everything you need. So obviously that includes Ystira. Now the question, I guess, is where are you taking her? Because you're clearly not staying here with us.
It seems that Current does not want me to help you anymore, and if that is the case, then I suppose that I shall go places I am wanted, no?
Current says she didn't want help with her particular project. Why are you here? Was it just for Ystira?
No. How does it feel to be so beyond your depth?
I don't know that I am beyond my depth yet, but I'll let you know when I am.
Okay. How can I help you, Brian?
Where are you headed next?
So many places of our interest. Man, I suppose maybe we will charter a ship. We could head to Carthus, Marriage City. See what Chintrix is doing in Terrapine.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of options. I suppose you could go to any of those places. I feel as though you have one in particular that you're more interested in visiting though. Carthus, sure, it's interesting. Discord's there. Who knows what else is going on. Terrapine, always kind of a mess. Marriage City though, that seems like a place that someone like you would really like. Because you can do all your shady little fucking games and no one will notice because everybody acts like that out there.
You speak as if you are so above me. Are you not an assassin? People like you. There are plenty of you in Marriage City as well.
True enough. But at least I'm not a monster.
No. You're really not. So I'd watch your step. Or else you might find one.
What's the appeal of having a fiance that you have to keep unconscious all the time?
Promises are promises. Dear Belia.
Don't call me that.
And prophecies are prophecies. And power is power. And you're not familiar with any of those things. So you can crush on that girl as long as you want, until your mortal form withers away into the dust that every other mortal I've met becomes. But things are happening at the big kids' table, and you're not sitting there. Sorry, I'm taking a look at my character sheet really quick. I just want to see if I'm not trying to attack, I actually just want to see what some of my things are. Okay. I think Brian kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, I wouldn't count me out yet. No. Because you're going to count yourself out for me. Or people are going to get hurt. Fine. That's what you want? You want me to leave you alone? You want me to leave her alone? You want me to just walk away? All right, Valpine. Fine. Looks like we're all getting what we want then. Above game question. Yeah. The thing that was stuck to Current's row, is it tied to the person who stuck it there? I would ask for a last minute sleight of hand and probably let us determine if you know what the fuck you're working with. Let's see that. Let's call that a. Oh boy. An investigation check to see if you can get a good grasp on what you're working with. That's a natural 20. All right. Which means that I will then leave it up to a sleight of hand check to see if you can successfully reset this device to be attuned to you before you attempt to stick it on Valpine. Jesus Christ. Such a lesbian. All right.
Let's go see him.
Tell me what you're doing. Okay, yeah, so holy shit, I did not expect to roll that well. I'm so sorry. So Brian kind of like gives like this little smirk, and then I think she kind of like slides both of her hands into her pockets and shrugs her shoulders, and she says, all right, clearly this is a game that I am not equipped to play. Like I said, don't count me out. But for now, we can say our goodbyes, Valpine, if that's what you want. And then she's gonna look past her shoulder, and this is like as she's resetting the device, I think, in her pocket. She's gonna look past Valpine's shoulder and say, can I at least kiss it goodbye? How romantic. Sure. A final goodbye to remember your dear childhood lover is.
That's all I ask.
I'm happy to grant. And she steps out of the doorway to let you through.
Okay. So, really quick, can I check for traps?
There's no traps.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk in and bend down, and like with the hand that's holding that little device, I'm gonna reach up and kind of like tuck Yastira's hair behind her ear. And when I do that, I'm actually gonna nestle that little device like down deep in the curve of her ear where you wouldn't be able to see it,
Mm-hmm.
like in the well or whatever that's called, the eardrum, not the eardrum, but like the little spot outside of it. And then Brian will like murmur something very, very softly and probably very, very gay. And then
Share, bestie.
I think she fully like leans in and just says, the ear canal, thank you, Kat. Leans in and she says, you gave me a hit list and I promise it'll be done. And then she kisses Yastira's cheek. And then she steps back.
As you step back, Ystira kind of like half rouses from consciousness, not quite able to rest her eyes open just yet, but you just hear her softly go, Belle?
Bye, Ystira. I'll see you soon. That she also says extremely quietly. And then she turns and she looks at Valpine and she says, thank you for having the courtesy to give me a goodbye.
I love to watch. No worries. You going now?
Yeah. I promise you won't see me until I'm ready to play with the big kids.
Look forward to that. Brian, if you're going to come for me, don't miss. By the way, heroes and champions and assassins and kings have all tried to wrest my life from me. And they are all so familiar mortal dust as well. Your life you're playing with, not mine.
Always a pleasure talking to you. You take care of her, okay?
Of course. She needs to be in perfect condition for what's coming next. Bye.
Brian's gonna back out of the room so she doesn't turn her back to Valpine again. And then she's gonna go and track down a merchant where she can get some stronger daggers.
All right. We go now to the front room, which at this point now has just a cow, a karam, and a ula, an ula, if you will. At this point, Ula, what are you thinking about? What's your game plan?
Oh, I can't carry the cow anymore?
Can you not?
No.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. I guess I'll just leave the cow there then. Oh, actually. Can I bring the cow with me?
I'm sure. Yes, you're holding the cow.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's okay. Mooly Ray Cyrus. Alright. Anyways. I'm actually, since I have my dagger out too, Karam, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna go to the, oh my god, what's that room again?
The kitchen?
Yeah, the one that we were
Yeah.
having that little meeting. Yeah. So we're gonna go there.
Oh, the diplomat's hall. That's what you're looking for.
Is
Yeah,
that what
well,
it is?
you're in the diplomat swing already, so you're just going to the kitchen
okay.
in the diplomat swing.
That's the one. So I'd be like, we're gonna have a
Right.
talk.
Yeah, so you say that and you begin walking, and your Sympax begins ringing.
Hold on with that talk. I have my eyes on you. Don't fucking move. As I clench the cow to me. Anyways, open the Sympax. And I go far away from Karam, so it's not in earshot, but I could see him. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. I open up my Sympax. Who is
And
it?
Luceau Caviar is calling you.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I open it up. Captain?
Captain, can I have a direct report of everything that you've been witnessing so far?
I lay down everything that happened with Gideon, Ystera, and with Current. Everything. From from the time any time when Ula can see like everything that's happening. So like from the party, right? From that party, everything from that on till now. So that thing I said was like, all right, Ystera was taken away from Valpine. That's what I said, and then I said Gideon and Current is now heading to Sea Monarch.
Thanks for the report. I appreciate it. Anything you need help with?
Actually, I got it handled, Captain.
All right. I'm gonna let you handle this one for a bit.
Where are you, Captain?
Don't worry about it. The line goes dead.
Ula sighs very heavily. All right. Shakes their head. Puts their Sympax in their pocket and then brings out the dagger again and heads off to Karam and be like, all right, let's go here.
Karam nods. And you guys head up there. Let me click and drag you there. You love to go on an adventure.
Thank you. Also, I'm just gonna text in the group chat if I have a group chat with Gideon, Curran, and Winona that I'm in the in the whatever dining thingy.
Yeah, you
Just
can
let them know. Yeah, and
Of
then
course.
cool.
Yeah, so you Karam is like patient and silent as this being let off kind of happens. And then you get led to this tea room, and Karam just kind of like sidles up at one of the chairs and just takes a seat. Pretty content just to be cash. Pretty content just to be cash at that point.
Okay.
And just kind of politely sits down at the table and just kind of looks at you expectantly.
I know there's. Does he sit like right here? Like over here?
Yep.
Okay. I know there's no chair here, but I kind of want to. I don't want to sit across from him, but I want to sit like kind of like next to him, but not too close.
I think you do exactly that. Yeah.
Cool.
I think a chair appears. I think you pull around a chair to do exactly that.
Actually, is there any like? Do I? See, this is gonna sound really weird. Do I see any? I don't know what cows eat. To be honest, do I see anything from cows
Like
around?
grass?
Yeah, sure, like grass or like I don't know. Can I?
There is a garden. You had a whole conversation in a garden.
Oh
that's like
shit!
you can say that you walked through that and
Okay,
picked
cool.
up some grass on the way.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I didn't want. I wanted to make sure that the cow is taken care of.
Right, of course. That
All right,
makes
cool.
the world of sense to me.
Yeah, so I put down the grass so that the cow's next to me, not closer to where Karam is, but hopefully like far from Karam, and then gave the little grass, and then I bring out my dagger like out in the open and just like in front of him and say, "What's your whole deal?"
My whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
My whole deal.
Yeah. Like, why the card? You said cards? What?
The Arcanic deck?
Yeah.
Do you know what the Arcanic deck is?
To be honest, not really. As I swing around my dagger right in front of them.
Okay. The Arcanic deck is a collection of cards imbued with divine power, which is one of the only ways you can attain divinity if you are a mortal, and that they, if all collected at once, have the same power that a god has, if not more. We are seeking the Arcanic deck to empower mortal kind.
In the name of Magistrate?
Of course.
Did Magistrate tell them themselves to you?
Yes, I had a prophetic dream about it.
A dream?
Is that not good enough for you?
Yeah. Depends on the dream. What kind of dream you have? Had?
How about I ask a question in return?
Okay.
How did you come to worship Magistrate?
You know, that's wild of you to ask, because no one has really asked me. But since you asked, might as well tell you. I was actually in a mission once. I was held captive. But I felt like I was in the brink of death until I saw a feather flown right in front of me. I didn't know what that was, but I felt like it was a sign. All of a sudden, everything went blank. But then I woke up. Feathers around me, but I was free. And I try to seek out answers and as to what is this that's happening to me. It was quite a long time ago, but that's how my first worship of Magistrate came to be, actually.
That's a beautiful story. Our God works in mysterious ways.
Ula nods.
A dream does not seem so silly compared to that. Does it?
Guess not.
Tell me. Do you know where the Morelica Empire is?
To be honest, I don't think Ula knows.
No one does.
Okay.
As far as Ula knows,
yeah,
as
yeah.
far as Ula knows, it's like long
yeah,
lost.
Ula has no clue. And then Ula's like, I feel like Karam can see like Ula thinking in their head, saying like, Ula says, no, not a clue.
I do.
What? But no one. How did you come about knowing? Your dream?
Yes. So, I trust the path that I'm on implicitly. If it's led me to you, it's led me to you for a reason. Tell me, what is your current task at hand? And where's the honor in it?
Ula gets kind of embarrassed and starts to blush a little bit. You know, honestly, I don't know, fighting for someone who I love. Not only that, but also a community that I love as well.
And what if you broadened that scope? What if your community was every mortal suffering under the wild's grasp? Would it not be magistrate's justice to seek to right that wrong?
You can see Ula just starts to think about everything that they've done. And just stays silent. Doesn't want to give too much of themselves.
I am not your enemy.
Ula squints.
Unlike you, I would not seek to harm a fellow worshipper of Magistrae. Tell me. I seek the Arcanic deck. I seek it justly from those who are just, and I care not for justice with those who are not. What is the path to earning your trust for these cards? And my mission?
First of all, I don't think you'll be able to obtain these cards from the people who I care about.
And what do they seek to use them for?
I don't know, you ask them. They have the cards. Do you want to have a talk with them?
I can. I will.
So does that mean that you're going to stick around?
Yes.
What about, are you like the leader of the cult?
Of course. It's not, okay. It's not a cult. It's a
Sorry.
coalition.
Sure. Coalition. Yeah, coalition. Yes, sure. Aren't they going to be looking for you?
I know where I am.
How many of y'all are in total?
I've told you enough already to earn your trust, don't you think? Or at least enough for today.
Ula sighs and says, fair enough. I guess we'll just wait till current comes.
That we will. And we cut now.
Woo!
From... How you doing, Nico?
Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Oh, shit. Woo.
Was it? And why is that? Oh my goodness. All right. Let me ask those who are attending, is anyone who is going saying anything along the way?
My headphones are sick right now, so no.
Okay, cool. Great. I love that for you.
I think I'm going to like brief Winona a little bit on Monarch's kind of mannerism, or like, you know, you're not going to see them embrace me like they're going to be very astute.
So more business, less buddy.
Yes, and I think they're just trying to learn how to do some stuff, including parent. So we're giving them some space for that. They're learning.
Yeah, one
So-
step at a time.
So should I just like stand there and like shut up? Do you want me to say anything? Am I
No,
like
I want you to speak your piece.
okay? I don't
You
know. I
feel
don't
like
know what
you have
they
something
want.
to say?
I don't know what they want to hear, but I will be here.
You know, just Theo off to the side, like raising his eyebrows at that advice, like, oh, okay.
You know, I feel like Monarch's lucky to get to meet you, Winona.
Yeah.
And like it's both ways, but Monarch's very lucky to get to meet you today.
Oh, yeah, yep. God is lucky to meet me.
Well, you helped
I
keep your
mean it.
child safe.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Either way, it'll be great. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
Well, I guess it's not as entirely nerve-wracking as the first time. At least I'm not having to drink from a rose.
Gideon, where are you on the map? I've lost you, and I'm
no.
so scared.
I don't know. Oh, I'm over here. I have a flower pot in my hand.
Fuck.
I don't know why.
It's a gift for Monarch.
Oh no.
Oh, please, Lord God, let me drop this.
Gideon's just bringing some peacemaking flowers. I love that
Let me
for
drop
us.
this.
All right. Well, great.
I'll just have him hover by me way out in the corner.
Right. So, with that, Theo kind of leads you all to the front door, and says, all right, we're about to go in there. If Monarch asks me anything about anything, what are you kind of wanting me to say? What position am I taking here?
You mean like crown-wise?
Like if Monarch says, did Gideon do a good job? Do I say yes? If Monarch says, Rosalind was there, whose idea was that? What do you want me to say?
The truth?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's probably best to not lie to Monarch, like, probably ever.
Yeah. An incredibly hot woman teleported me away to her room. And Rosalind was there to fulfill a life debt from her cool mom. And everything turned out fine.
Because we all worked together.
Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you were great and kept us alive and were very professional.
Should be
Mhm.
promoted.
All right. Cool.
And Mildreer. I mean, what a peach.
Yeah. Love Lil.
You two seem close.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I assume Winona is all in as well. Yeah, so Current, you can kind of lead the way down this.
Yes.
I don't know how to drop things.
I'm low-key obsessed with pops that are
beautiful.
stuck to you right now.
Monarch's
Wait,
gonna love it, Gideon.
wait, stop walking with him. Wait, stop.
Okay, so
Don't allow pickup. Okay, killed her. No,
it's
dead. Like Pandora.
Like Pandora.
I've deleted her. She's dead. I've killed her.
Yay.
Perfect. Great. Yeah, so Winona, you are taking in this throne room for the first time.
Yeah.
This stories and stories tall, crystalline palace room with these jutting crystals towering over you, shadowing your form as you pass underneath each one of them, then pulsing with individual lights. These legion of Asimar in the shadows, silently protecting Monarch, as Theo diligently walks behind the three of you and approaches. You, for the first time, see the visage of Monarch. This beautiful form, and unmistakably related to Current, is probably your first thought. What are your thoughts going into this?
I am scared. This is huge and beautiful and scary at the same time. I'm having a lot of confusing emotions because I think every step deeper that we go into this journey, Winona continuously has to like kind of question her like faith over and over. Like it's just kind of like, I don't know, everything just seems so like big, and not just in like a literal way, but like holy shit. I don't know. I don't know exactly how to phrase, I guess, what she's going through, but it's definitely a lot of like bigness that also makes her question herself and her place in the world, and it's just like a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Current, you are leading this apex as you approach. Gideon and Winona flanking on either one of your sides. And Monarch, upon seeing you, stands up from their throne and descends the first few steps to come and stand at the apex. And they just kind of, not in like an I'm mad, but just in a very almost like parent kind of way, just like puts their hands on their hips and looks out at the Ladia and just says, well.
And I think Current's gonna approach up to that step. And just say, it's done, Monarch. The threat's gone, and the water plane is turning back into flowing water once more.
And just the tiniest smile hits their face, and they say, I expected nothing less of my daughter. Who was your threat?
Well, it was a monster. It was a monster from the I don't ever think I say this right. It's the Grim. I'm so sorry.
The Stargaze Grimoire?
Stargaze Grimoire. There we go.
I had to make it easy.
The monsters went by the name of Isera.
Acerel, the Frost Maiden. That is quite impressive.
Certainly didn't do it alone.
And how did you do it?
Well, we had the help of several people. Gideon was there, Theo, Winona, and I'll point to Winona, who is actually one of my ascendants.
Say that again?
Winona?
That part. Winona, lovely to meet you. One of your ascendants?
I seem to have two very amazing, very dear friends who both want to take that role.
Normally you would make them fight to prove who is most capable of claiming the ascendancy.
They're both capable. They've both proven that they're more than capable of protecting their own lives as well as mine. Two people fighting for the same good, why would I make them fight against each other over the right to that good?
Well, persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. It's 18. And a 5. We'll go with the 18.
Yeah, I think the 18 sounds good, huh? Okay. So with an 18, Monarch kind of takes a second to challenge their own thought process and then unlearn a norm and go, okay, I could see how this would work, a left hand and a right.
I mean, the more hands, the better.
This means even if you must send one off on a task, there's still one to protect you. This does have a tactical development to it as well.
There's protection in numbers.
Yes.
And I mean, you yourself were mentioning how important it is for any person in power, a ruler or anybody like that, to have people around them that would contribute to that good as well. Seems like it makes the most sense.
Now, I did not mean to get distracted away from the task at hand. To ascendant. No, what we are here to speak of is your victory, and we will speak on that. Sorry, who is the other ascendant?
Ula, who
And where are they?
they, funny enough how you mentioned, you know, when one hand is busy on a task, the other one, that hand, Ula's hand, is busy on a task right now.
You're delegating already. I love that for you, sweetie. All right. And then Gideon is not.
I'm an extra.
Okay. All right. Got it. So, we are speaking of the task at hand, which is your victory against Yisrael the Frost Maiden. Of course, the elemental core is extremely in your debt due to this act, and I am good to my word that who would liberate the water plane would decide the throne or take it. You have sought responsibility and you have earned it. What will you do with it now?
I have a request.
I will hear it.
It's just a thought to consider. I was in the assumption, correct me if I'm wrong, that the point of making a selection for the crown in the time frame that you're trying to do it is to prepare for the possibility of you not returning.
It is who will lead while I am gone.
And when you
Someone
return,
must rule when I am gone.
what happens when you come back?
The core will care for itself.
But what if that's not the way that you felt the core should be run? You're absolving to allow anybody who proves their worth to take it?
It is not a matter of who. I now know. My daughter.
You know that decision as much as I perhaps don't disagree with. It's going to make a lot of people upset here.
That's nothing new.
You see, I haven't been here long, but I've come to the realization that the split between the two people at hand here comes an awful lot to the politics of whether the core should be opened or not.
Yes, I've heard some reports of this.
Are you afraid of what happens to the core, to your home, to our home, if that happens?
Of course.
Would you
And
be
I've
willing?
made my opinion on it known for many, many years. Which is why I was inclined to give the crown to Zephyr. She seeks to keep it closed.
Would you still feel the same way about me if maybe I wasn't decided on that?
Current. It is you I believe in. Not just in your opinions. In your ability to stand by them and rule by them and act by them. But if you are to take the crown, you cannot come with me. Someone must rule while I am gone, unless you would name a hand in your absence. But you would need that. You would need to trust that hand enough to not pry the core from you while you were gone, wouldn't you?
And that hand or hands? Anyone?
These decisions are yours to make. I won't influence them.
How much time do you have before you have to go?
I leave on tomorrow's eve.
And this alignment, this opportunity that you have to go into the heart, how long do you have to get back out?
Not long.
Am I allowed the decision until the morning?
It's best to make decisions like these with a rested head.
Then you'll know by morning whether I stay here or follow you into the heart.
Do you need anything else to make this decision easier? I can have wine sent to your wing, I have foods, whatever you need.
If it's not too much to ask, I know that.
Oracles, anything.
My friends, they've been through a lot, and I've asked a lot of them, maybe not directly, but they do it for me regardless, and I think they'd appreciate some good wine and food.
Then it'll be done. And I'm seeing you for breakfast, am I not?
Absolutely.
It'll be done.
Thank you for putting your trust in me. I know it's weird to say that, but thank you for believing in me, that I can do this.
Endlessly.
See you in the morning then.
It was lovely meeting you, Winona. Gideon, it is good to see you again.
And it's good to see you too. I don't know when we'll be meeting next. I have to leave the course soon, I believe, but I hope you have a good breakfast with Current. It's the last thing I did with Alan before I left. Yes, my sister is in trouble, and there's a prophecy swirling around it, and I the only thing that would ever take me from Current is something this big, and I have to be there for my family, which is hard because Current is also family, but I know Current can handle this.
Well, you are off on a valiant mission then.
You know, I would like to ask for one more thing.
What is that, daughter?
Sorry. It's looking like whatever decision comes tomorrow, that there's going to be a hopefully only brief separation of our party, which has not really happened before. But as Gideon said, they too are trying to help their family, and anything that they might need to do that, I would ask that it be granted to them.
And what might you need, Gideon?
Maybe a smaller, faster ship than the one we came in on. I don't want to take that from all of you, and we have no other way to get out, but if Morrow and myself and a small party can get to Mirage City quicker, and with enough resources for a small trip, I'd be very thankful.
Monarch, if you'll have me. Lildrir from the Legion of Aasimar members, core members stating the shadows, steps out into the light.
Mildrir.
Monarch, if you will have me, let me take the fastest in our fleet. I can drive it. I will get you there.
Thank you so much. We literally met today, and all you've done is be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
That's my job. Theo rolls his eyes, even though none of you can see it. Kind of like tilts his head away so that Monarch can't either. Yeah, and then Monarch kind of like looks and goes, I appreciate that. You're one of our best captains, and I don't see why not. All right, it'll be done. Then Mildred looks over and goes, great, well, when are we leaving?
As soon as possible, I think. Literally after this conversation. I'm meeting Mara at the ship and getting ready. Maybe tomorrow morning?
Mara's coming?
Yes, do you know Mara?
I met her earlier. She's like... Anyways, I got it. We've got this. We're gonna make a great team.
Yeah, I think we are.
Who else is coming?
Whoever wants to come, I think. Current asked Yaldek to come, but I don't know if Yaldek might want to stay here considering his family stuff. He seems to not want to make a choice. So we'll let him do that for a bit longer. Whoever wants to come with us can. I just don't want to take people from Current right now. So I wasn't going to ask anybody.
All right, we could go like figure it out.
Yeah, we'll take the evening to figure it out.
And Monarch kind of nods at you. Are any of you saying anything before you all head out? All right. Then the 5 of you now begin to retreat. You are left with 1,000 heavy decisions resting on your shoulders. And I think that, my friends, is where we will end tonight's episode. Well, I loved you all. Thank you for joining me back. We missed you all. I missed doing this. It's so good to get back in the DM seat. I'm Katie May. Thanks for tuning in to Death2Divinity tonight. If you miss us throughout the week, please join our Discord channel. I'm so excited to go read the manic theories that are being posted right now. Very excited for that. I love hanging out there throughout the week, and you would too. Again, thank you to Die Hard Dice for being our season sponsors. Go if you want to catch up on VODs, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is a great place to vibe. I will see you in Discord, Godslayers, and ooh boy, I hope you start getting ready to make those decisions that are creeping up on you. But until next time, stay safe, Godslayers. See you soon.